Y'all know the MREC room etiquette. Run the lights up. Salute to the rec mob. We here. I got my special guest with me, Naughty, and we gonna talk about this Naughty exclusive with Max B and LA Rich. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go right to the shit. Naughty, what's good?
Everything is good, man. Life is good, man.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. We gonna get right to the shit then, right? You know what I'm saying? So, just in case you've been under a rock, Naughty dropped the exclusive. Maybe like a couple of hours ago with
Right.
Max B. Okay. Max B finally addresses did 50 Cent cut him off or not? Hold on, man. Like people want to call me when I'm live. So Max B finally addresses if 50 Cent cut him off for doing records with Rick Ross. Okay.
Right.
Naughty asked him the $1 billion question, the tough question, and Max B answered. Let's get into that. Salute to the Rec Mall. We here. And anybody calling my phone, I'm live. Don't do that. Let's get it, y'all. Here we go. Boom.
Facts. I did about 90 features.
Literally.
I got songs with every nigga you could. The only nigga I ain't record yet with was Jay-Z, Beyonce, Nas. Look at the niggas I'm naming.
Literally. I need to hear. He got a song with Snoop.
I got Snoop, 50. I did Ross, 2 Chainz. You name it.
And you know how I know you pressure?
Weird.
50 did the song, right?
Yeah.
Even though he was aligned with Ross, 50 still did the
50 don't
song.
do that for
That's pressure.
I ain't gonna lie.
He cut niggas off for being around Ross.
Exactly.
He know Max talent, bro.
Yeah.
It's a
look,
the wave is
Max
different.
official
And the big
tissue,
homie,
bro.
The big homie also know I'm Switzerland.
Exactly.
He know I'm in the middle. I'm just doing me. I'm out.
Yeah,
after
you ain't into
18
that.
Ball.
Right.
Shout out to Rose because bro dropped off a mean sandwich.
All right, y'all. So look, that's Naughty interviewing Max B and his artist, LA Rich. Naughty, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, so y'all gonna have to watch the full interview. I'm gonna put that right now in the chat room. Okay, but right now we going live, and Naughty gonna give us some real behind the scenes, conversation with this whole Max B 50 Cent thing and his new artist and all that. So Naughty, first and foremost, the people want the shit. Run the lights up. We here, Rec Mall. We taking calls. I'm gonna take calls and give me a couple of minutes, but I want Naughty to address what's really going on. So Naughty, man, in this interview with Max B, first and foremost, how did you pull this shit off?
Well, me and Max have history. Like a lot of footage that y'all may have seen before he got locked up was me filming him. I used to do a lot of behind the scenes work for him, and we have a great relationship beyond just the music. So that's my guy. So it wasn't hard to pull off the interview. I wanted to wait till, he settled at home. Everybody was trying to get interviews at him early on. I was waiting until the smoke settled for me to get the right interview. And then, he has his artist that he's bringing out right now. So I felt like it was the best time to get an interview from him.
Got you. Not many people can get Max B to pull up for an interview. You know what I'm saying? At this current time, Max B got hit records with French Montana. He's out of here right now. He performed at the BET Awards while Jim Jones was watching, getting hemmed up by security. So it's just a lot going on. Shots fired, man. Let's get it going. We live, and we gonna talk that shit right now. Shots fired. Rick Mob. Run the lights up, man. Naughty got an exclusive Max B interview with LA Rich, and it's on his channel. I just put it in the chat room, okay? And go run it up. But we gonna have a good live, because Naughty gonna give us a whole bunch of, a whole other conversation. You know what I mean? So Naughty, man, could you bring us a little deeper into Max B still being cool with 50, even though he did the Minks of Miami with French Montana and Rick Ross?
Well, the whole thing with that is, 50 doesn't mess with anybody. He's very protective of, his brand. So if you mess with any of his ops, you become an op. You know what I'm saying? We seen Big Meech come home. Big Meech was somebody that he had extensive business with. Like they had a
Right.
great thing going on with that BMF show, and he cut Big Meech off for just taking a picture with Ross, and that basically messed up a lot of money, right?
Facts.
So for him to do that, for him to say, "Look, I'm cutting you off, and I'm willing to sacrifice a whole TV show that was successful because you're hanging with my op," it was kind of funny to see that he would let Max B slide. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I had done a show a few months back talking about it. I thought that it was gonna be over because before that song came out with him and Max B, just to give you history on that, that was a single from Max B. It wasn't him and 50 on it. 50 did a
Mhm.
remix to that song where he put a verse on it. So
Correct.
a lot of people thought that him and 50 did a song together coming at Jim Jones. Actually, Max wasn't coming at Jim Jones. That was just his first recorded song coming out. But 50 saw a play in it where he's like, all right, Max B is Jim Jones' op. If I jump on this record with him, it's gonna look like he's coming at Jim Jones, but he really wasn't. You know, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, we know. I'm glad
Right.
you giving us the backstory. I'm glad you gave the analogy with Big Meech. You know what I'm saying? That was definitely a good way to angle it because we know 50, he's very, how can I say, petty,
Strategic, petty.
strategic,
Yes.
and very petty. You know, we got to
Right.
call it for what it is. You know,
Right.
this business is big, but it's very small. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? And remember, that's how 50 Cent got into the beef with Jadakiss and Fat Joe because they did a song with Ja Rule. The
Right.
what's that? The New York
New York song.
yeah,
Yeah.
the New York joint. You know what
I'm
I'm
from New
saying?
York. Yep.
Yeah, run the likes up, y'all. Y'all gonna get a lot of history, but I need y'all to tap into Nadi interview on his channel. Nadi, please promote your channel real quick.
It's 1-800 WTF. Very easy to remember. The number 1-800, and then the letters WTF.
Okay, I got it on the screen, and I'm also gonna put the link to the video where y'all can go watch this exclusive Max B interview with Nadi, man. And y'all talked about a lot of things. So now, Nadi, is Max B feeling like he got to choose a side? I know, but I want
Nope.
to ask these questions for the other people who didn't watch the interview.
Not at all. I think he has a great relationship with 50. 50's been very supportive of him since he touched down. And then he also has a great relationship with Ross. Like if you watch the show, he'll say, when he touched down, Ross had a bag waiting for him. And
Mm,
people got to understand that his relationship with Ross didn't just start. He was actually cool with Ross before he went to jail. Ross was one of those people that was sending drops for him for his mixtapes. He was onto the Max B wave back then. So it's not a new relationship that developed because a lot of people think, French made the relationship. Nah. If you listen to Max B's old catalog, he has a song named Bigger Make Me Come, which was a flip on Rick Ross's Money Make Me Come. Like he used to rap over a lot of Rick Ross tracks, and Rick Ross took notice to that. So they actually had history before that. And on the 50 Cent side, 50 Cent always had took a liking to Max. He's
mhm.
seen a lot of himself in Max, how Max was riding on Jim Jones, how 50 was riding on a lot of his enemies too. So there's a mutual respect there. And like Max said, I'm Switzerland. I'm not into the beef. I'm Switzerland. You know what I mean? I'm in the middle of everything, but it's peace over here. I'm trying to get a bag. I'm trying to feed my family, and I'm trying to laugh. I'm not into all of the crash out business. You know what I mean? 18 years will make you think different. 18 years behind the wall will make you come home thinking different about crashing out.
Correct. And it's funny that Max B is on that type of time because that's how the world knows Max. You know what I'm saying? Just overall, of course, people know his music, but for the most part, he was a crash out. He was crashing out on Jimmy, Chrissy,
Right,
and whoever. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I think on Prodigy, if I'm not mistaken, because
Yeah, I think
Prodigy said
so.
something. So rest in peace to Prodigy. Run the lights up. Like I said, we are covering Naughty exclusive Max B and LA Rich interview on his channel that dropped a few hours ago. Go run it up. Y'all see people saluting him in the comments saying, "Yo, bro, channel is fire." That's in the
Ah,
comments. Salute,
salute.
salute to AG. And somebody said Night Vision TV, Naughty, that was good content. So I guess he watched the interview. So you
Salute.
got people who watch the content over there, run the likes up. And so Naughty, man, you got a full interview with Max B. What else
Right.
to talk about, man? You ain't got to go into everything he said, but just give us some of the, stuff you're
The
talking.
highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I try to get it from a different angle, right? Like there was a lot going on with Max with the Karen Civil stuff. You know, Karen Civil's another person I have history with. A lot of people don't know, but Max B was very instrumental in Karen's career at first too. You know, he put me on the Karen. We started working together. We got her real loopy, real wavy on the internet, you know. If you look back, one of her first interviews was on the step with Max eating Chinese food. You feel
Mm,
me? Now she's a super mogul, but Max B had a lot to do with that. But a lot of people were expecting me to ask like the messy questions. And I
mhm,
think that there's a lot of that out there already. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
We didn't even want to approach the Rick Ross and 50 beef from a messy angle. We kind of wanted to just clear it up and show where Max doesn't really promote any or he's not taking any side. But we talked on everything from gaming. We talked about his children because you know he has two children that's into the rap business. Then he has a son that's a DJ. Then he has a daughter that's playing softball on a major level. So he has all this different stuff going on, and I wanted to kind of like angle it from that way. I
mhm,
didn't get too much into the mess. There is some mess. There's always gonna be a little bit of mess, and it was more so him co-signing La Rich, L.A. Rich, who is his artist that
mhm,
he's kind of like passing the torch to right now. And I did an interview with him probably like a month prior, and I wanted to basically bring Max and let him tell the people why he even believed in this kid to make him the heir to his, you know what I'm saying, to his kingdom. So
mhm.
so so the interview was around a lot of stuff like that. But like I said, you know, there are some a few messy points in there. You know, people like a little mess, so there was naturally a few messy points in there. But I really wanted to shed light on other things than just the mess. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, definitely, man. Dope, dope, dope content, man. Go watch it. Naughty, promote your channel once again. We're gonna keep promoting it.
That 1-800 WTF. 1-800, the number 1-800, and then WTF.
And when you watch that interview and you in the comments, definitely leave those fire emojis, the Armstrong emojis, and let them know that you wreck mob. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You like MREC sent me, or I was on the live with you on, you and MREC while y'all was talking about the interview. Y'all was covering the interview.
Right.
So man, this is ill, man. Now, what's the situation with Max B and and Cameron Civil?
Well, I
Because
think I
she doing
think
interviews.
right. And she's been keeping it for the most part. I see she's been very vague about it. She hasn't really dug too much into it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I didn't ask Max too much about it. Like I said, I have history with both of them. I have history with Karen and I have history with Max. So I didn't really want to get in between that. I don't feel like everything should be media, but you know, I think that you know, he either cut services with her, he's not working with her at some capacity anymore. But I'm not too I know as much as you guys know. I seen what was going on online. Like I said, I didn't want to kind of like damper his day with that. We had a different agenda. We had different things we want to speak about. This interview was more to bring light to La Rich than it was anything else. So I didn't want to kind of like get into the Karen Civil thing and damper it up. Plus, on another note, I didn't want to put him in that position to be, you know, messy with Karen because, you know, Karen's a very resourceful person. And if she feels like her back is being put against the wall, you know, she can get things done. You know what I'm saying? Just to be vague. But I didn't want to put Max. He just came home, 18 years. He's having a very successful year. I want to keep him on that trajectory. I don't want to feed. I know a lot of people are going to feed into the negativity. The negativity is what it is nowadays. The algorithm loves it. It
Mm-hmm.
gets you to where you need to go faster. But when I'm dealing with somebody that's actually a friend of mine, you know, I don't want to put him in the way. It's just like I wouldn't want to put him in the way of any crime or something that can get him back into the, you know what I'm saying? To get him back in jail. Same thing
Correct.
with Jimmy. We didn't talk too deep on Jimmy. We did reference Jimmy a
Mhm.
few times because the funny thing about it is the artist that he's promoting, LA, he actually used to be around Jim Jones a lot. He has a connection with Jim Jones. So
Wow.
it's a deep story that Max is putting out somebody that used to be with Jim Jones. You feel me?
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, it gets complicated, right?
Wow. You threw me for a loop right there. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
So you mean to tell me Live Rich, aka LA Rich,
Hmm.
is under Jim Jones at one capacity, one time?
So I don't want to say he was under him like an artist, but his
Mhm.
father is a very close associate of Jim Jones. So there's history there. He basically grew up around Jim Jones. You know, that he's very
Mm.
close, like with Jim Jones. So, he thought maybe Jim Jones would have been somebody to help him put his music out, but it
Mhm.
didn't work out that way. We know Jim Jones has a lot of artists over there. So, like I tell Rich, Jimmy trying to help a lot of people. Let's talk about Jim Jones today. I ain't gonna lie, Rekmon. Today I'm on a very peaceful vibe. I don't want to. I don't
Mm.
want to be too messy. There's always gonna be
Mhm.
mess, but I don't want to promote the mess because you know what I'm saying. Sometimes it overshadows what's real. Now Jim Jones has a lot of artists on his roster. I think Jimmy's the type of person that he wants to help everybody, but sometimes that's not realistic. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So Rich didn't want to be just stuck on the shelf over there, stuck on a roster over there. So I don't even think he even got into business with Jim Jones as far as bringing his music out through that way. But
Mhm.
he had a relationship with Ty Black, and Ty Black is, if you guys don't know, Ty Black is Max's manager. So while Max was locked up, basically Ty Black was sending music to Max of Riches. He took a liking to him, you know what I'm saying, and he liked his personality beyond just the music. There's a lot of connections there. Mel Matrix is his cousin. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of
Mm.
ties into it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of, but you got to remember these guys were all family at one point. You know what I'm saying? They were all in the same circle.
Got
But
it.
Max just happened to be the one that took a liking to him and promised him, when I get home and I get wavy, I'm gonna put you out. I'm gonna help you catch that wave. And that's what Max is actually doing, and not just putting him out, but showing him the business, you know what I'm saying? Showing them how to
Mm.
do partnerships, showing them how to operate without having a big label back into him. And he's been doing everything he promised the kid that he was gonna do for him.
So while you saying that, we're gonna go back to that same clip for the people just now coming in the room. Run the likes up. Hold on, we gotta make sure y'all coming in the room running the likes up. The like button is free. We taking calls. Nada, you want to speak to the people, right? You want to speak to the rec mob as well on this, right?
Definitely want to speak to the rec mob.
All right. So call us up 310-692-9055. This is the livest show, and it's about to get turned up. I got so much planned for y'all for the near future. It's about to go so crazy. And we control the algorithm. We dictate what's hot out here. So y'all just gotta play your part, which is, we ain't asking y'all for nothing, but just hit that like button. It's free. All right.
Facts.
So on that note, let's go to this naughty LA Rich Max B interview on his channel, 1-800-WTF. Subscribe
Hmm.
to that. And yeah, let's get to the shit. Salute to the Rack Mall. We here. Let me get this shit rolling. Boom, boom. Where we at? Boom. All right, let's get it.
About 90 features.
If literally.
I got songs with every nigga you could. The only nigga I ain't record yet with was Jay-Z, Beyonce, Nas. Look at the niggas I'm naming.
Literally. I need to hear. He got a song with Snoop.
I got Snoop, 50. I did Ross, 2 Chainz. You name it.
And you know how I know you pressure?
Weird.
50 did the song, right?
Yeah.
Even though he was aligned with Ross, 50 still did the
50 don't
song.
do
That's pressure.
I ain't gonna lie.
He cut niggas off for being around Ross.
Exactly.
He know Max talent, bro.
Yeah.
It's a
I mean,
different.
look,
The
the
wave
big-
is
Max
different.
official
And the big
tissue,
homie,
bro.
The big homie also know I'm Switzerland.
Exactly.
Y'all gotta watch that full interview, man. I can't just give y'all all the sauce like that, man. Y'all gotta go to Naughty page, 1-800-WTF, and y'all can watch that full interview. But we could definitely talk about it, man. How y'all feel about Max B not feeling like he got to choose a side in the 50 Cent Rick Ross beef. And what's so ill about it, the Minx in Miami is a fire ass record too.
Fire record.
That shit is fire. I don't care what nobody, you can call Ross a cop, a bozo, whatever, but the cop can rap. You know what I'm saying? Shots fired. That Minx in Miami, the beat go off, and Ross going stupid. And Max definitely crushing a hook. French did his numbers as well. So Nadi, man, like what's your thoughts on, Max doing, because first and foremost, that, like you said, that's a Max B record that jumped on, and he put it out and made it seem like it was a Jim Jones and Let's Rap About It podcast diss. You know what I'm saying? Now, did you talk to Max about 50 kind of like putting him back in the line of fire of that when Max kind of is going the other way? Did y'all had that conversation like on the sidebar?
Yeah, Max really didn't care. Max was more excited that 50 was getting on the record with him. You feel me? Max, if you speak to Max personally, he's a super hip hop fan. Regardless what people think, I know he said what he said about Big Daddy Kane. He even doubled down in the interview about Big Daddy Kane. He had something to say about Big Daddy Kane in the interview too.
Oh, word?
Oh yeah, he did. He definitely mentioned Kane in the interview. But yeah. Y'all gotta tap in. Y'all gotta tap into the interview in here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was more from a fan's perspective. He was just happy to work with 50 because he wanted to work with 50 even before he went in. He had a relationship with Yayo, but it never materialized into music. So he was kind of happy about it. You know what I mean?
No doubt. But you know what's so ill? Max B hasn't even been home a year.
Nope,
right?
not a year.
Not
7
even
months,
a year,
I think. Yep.
right? And he has already started putting out his own artists.
Right.
And being locked up for like 18 years and really still, like he's still like fresh out here. It's still a lot of work to do. So for him to be putting out his own artists says a lot to his character, man, because you got niggas out in the free world and artists been under their brand for like 10 years or better, and they don't give their artists no looks. You feel what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Salute to Max B. That's real because, he wasn't supposed to be out here. Remember, he was supposed to do that 75 years.
Right.
So, I mean, that's ill within itself. The fact that, okay, we got some. Hold on, caller. Let me get you tapped in with the people. Hold on, caller. I got you. All right, so I need everybody to know the number is 310-692-9055. When you call up, make sure you have your audio muted. I'm on a live with Nadi, who just interviewed L.A. Rich and Max B on his channel, 1-800-WTF on YouTube. Subscribe to that. So caller, state your name and where you calling from. Let's get it.
My name is Battle Rap, man. Salute to you, Rec Mob, and everybody. Salute to Nadi in the building. Yeah, I just want to say one thing. That everybody got to know, like he was saying, 50 can be real petty, man. And one thing he don't tolerate is when, you're going against him. I think he said it back with Young Buck when he said, I don't know, but he ain't over here. He across the street somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to watch 50. He a slick cat, man. So it's like he big on trust. I want to say that. So it's like if you mess with somebody he ain't with, you got to know that when they come back that he ain't gonna play fair. So you got to keep eyes open for that, man. I think 50 kept that all the way real in the culture. He never hid that too from cats. So it's like dealing with him. If you're a real street cat, you gotta know that firsthand. You know what I'm saying? Know what you're dealing with, because he don't hide that part right there. And that's one thing I respect about him. That he don't hold back with that part. He let it be known from the jump, and in the circle he stay around with. So yeah, but I appreciate you having me up, right? I ain't gonna lie, I want to let the other callers get in.
Nah, it's all good. Appreciate you, good brother. You're
facts.
You already, man.
All right, salute. I gotta hear from JR, Janie B, my real regulars, my real rights, front line, Harlem. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to start, if I don't hear from them because the algorithm probably didn't push it out, I'm gonna just call them up. See what's
Facts.
going on. Why
I,
not?
I
Yeah.
like what he said right there, Rec, because I respect 50 for it too.
Mm-hmm.
I respect the fact that, if you rolling with me, a lot of times if you have a middleman, it could be dangerous having a middleman. 50's
Mm-hmm.
coming from a different background. This ain't only rap for 50. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
50's moving and operating still on a real street gangster mentality. And I
Mm-hmm.
like that. I think that that's part of what makes 50 great, makes him who he is. But I also like that he also has the capacity to say, all right, well, Max B just came home. He's trying to get his bag right. So I'm not going to really jump in the way of that. Also, I let him do his thing. I'm not going to be that petty. He showed me that he's not as petty as everybody probably thinks that he is. He's more calculated.
We got a caller. Hold on 1 second, Nadi. We got another caller. Hold on 1 second. We got the Queen. Songs by Alicia on the line. Wreck Mob Trucker. Peace, Queen.
Peace and love. And Breck, how are you?
I'm good. Hold on. I got to bring you up. You sound a little low. Let me try to bring you up as much as possible on my side. Say something, Queen.
Salute to the Reg Mob.
Salute. Much better. There we go. There we go. Salute to the Wreck Mob. Yeah, Queen.
Shout out to Nadi.
Shout out, Queen.
Congratulations on the great work. Peace and love.
Appreciate it.
All right. So songs by Alicia. Talk to me. What's your assessment on this?
I didn't get to watch the entire interview, but I did see the clip earlier. And to me, I think that was an important clip to put up.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything good can come out of that, it would be basically just a lesson to people that when you stand firm in who you are, either people will respect it or not, but you don't budge as far as your character and your integrity is concerned. So basically, when he says he's Switzerland, like, hey, I'm not involved in that. I'm not picking a side. We're doing business and we're going to have mutual respect on both sides. And that's it. And that's all. And when people know that about you, they have no choice but to either accept it or leave it alone. But when you stand firm, you can have your way. And that's just basically letting people know you don't always have to bend regardless of who you're dealing with. You're dealing with them, but at the same time, they're dealing with you.
Mm-hmm.
Most important question, who are you?
That's a fact.
Facts.
That's a fact. So now I'm gonna ask you this: songs by Alicia. What's your favorite, or do you have a favorite Max B song? I'm just trying to switch gears a little bit. You have a favorite Max B song?
I do, but I forget the name of it. It's been a while. Like I used to just be blasting Max B's channel and listening because he has so much music.
Right.
I can't say right now. I'm so sorry for that.
You good. You're good. I could some joints. Why you do that?
Facts.
Pin the tail on the
yeah.
It's a lot of joint. Blow a dub. I'm about to blow me a dub.
I like that one, of course.
And,
yeah, but I'm a definitely later on in the show call back and give you the names because it's just been a while and I forgot the titles.
Nah, it's all good.
But I definitely do that.
I definitely tap back in. The Rec Mob starting to light the lines up, and you Rec Mob front line, so you can always call back multiple times.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me once again. Shout out to the Reg Mob. Shout out to Nadi. Keep up the great work.
Salute.
Appreciate you, Queen. Salute. Let's get it. We on a live show with Nadi. Lines is lighting up. You better call up 310-692-9055. Mute your audio caller. All I ask y'all, have your audio muted. This is a professional show. Y'all got to move as such. Got to have your audio muted. Can't curse. And your phone got to be right and exact. So caller, state your name, where you calling from. Caller, you there? All right, next caller. I don't know what's going on with these callers, but run the lights up. I got Naughty on the live with me. This is Shots Fired live, and we're talking Naughty exclusive interview. Peace.
What up, though, and Rick? What up, though?
What up, though, Janie B?
Oh,
They tried to sneak your live in and leave me out.
Yeah, they doing a lot over here. That's why I need everybody to just go crazy with the likes and share. You know what I mean? They doing a lot. But we got the infamous Janie B from the D on the line. What up, though?
What up, though? And shout out to my friends that told me you was on. Your man's on. Your man's on. Get in there.
Oh, wow. Salute to them. See, that's what I'm talking about. You got your own community. I got my own community, and they all come together to make sure Janie B and MREC is in the loop with each other. That's dope. So salute to them. So Janie B, I don't know if you got a chance to watch the clip that I played from Naughty channel. He did an exclusive interview with Max B and LA Rich. You know what I'm saying?
I saw it.
Okay.
I was gonna call you, not to cut your wisdom. I was gonna call you.
Oh, okay.
But I got a little hot, and I was like, let me just calm down first.
Well, what made you hot?
Okay. And shout out to Naughty. I know he on here, but you know I'm not gonna stop what I gotta say.
Oh shit. Hold on, let me get the shots. Let me cock this desert and bust these shots. Oh shit. Hold on. You know, Janie B don't have no filter. All right, Janie B, it's cocked and loaded. Let's get it.
Listen, when Max B said what he said, first of all, two parts of this. I respect him standing on what he stand on. I do respect that. But you can't say that for Max B, Naughty, and you family, but this is my point. You can't say that for Max B and back off him and be mad because somebody feel a way about 38 Stash.
Okay.
And I'm just keeping it a buck. That's your friend, and that's cool. In this instance, I'm not even mad at you. I'm just telling you, we all got people that we'll do this for.
right.
Do you get what I'm saying, MREC and Naughty?
I do.
And you can't be mad at me for doing this for somebody else. When you just did that for Max B, you gave him a pass because he stood on business with 50 and he gonna work with whoever he want to work with. When we was talking about other people that work with Rick Ross, he didn't get no pass. And I'm not even mad at you about it, but understand where I'm coming from with it. You can't then tell me how to feel about who I'm standing on business for and say, keep it real. Because we all have our own people that we gonna go the extra mile for.
All right, what I'm going to do, Naughty and Janie B, y'all got some type of smoke going on. Maybe y'all said something.
I don't have smoke for him. I'm MREC. I don't have no smoke for him.
Okay.
I like a good debate. I grew up in a family full of niggas. Like I'm just gonna tell you, I'm a person that says what's on her mind.
Oh, I know that for a fact. I
know you know, but I'm speaking to, and Naughty didn't say anything to the contrary. I'm just speaking if he thought that way. I speak from a critical space. And when I see something that's not aligned all the way and you call me out on something that I did, then you can't turn around and do it and me not call you out on what you did.
Okay, got you. But what you going to have to do, so we all in a loop, because that was like maybe 3 shows ago, you got to speak on exactly what you're talking about.
What I'm saying is, when we were speaking, and he made a live on he not a live, but he did a show on this too, where he was saying 38 Special music. The song was trash. He did say, well, he on there he said it was a good song, but it wasn't a diss song. That's what he said, word for word.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I was saying my part about it on your show, because I subscribe to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of the stuff he said, I do agree with. But when I disagree, you know I'm going to say it.
Correct.
So when I'm on here saying what I said about 38 Special, he was like, nah, this is about independence. No, you're about independence. This nigga is negative.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He hitched his wheel. This nigga 38 Special, and this show ain't about him, but he hitched his wheel to Naughty and you, who is about independence. So y'all speaking on a whole nother level because he independent. But his whole gripe wasn't about independence until y'all put that out in the ether that's what this was about.
Got you. Hold on 1 second. Run the lights up, y'all. Run the lights up. We got Janie B on the line. We got Naughty on the show. Naughty got an exclusive interview with LA Rich and Max B on his channel. Make sure you go watch that. I'm putting the link constantly in the chat room. Go through the beginning. You'll see it in the middle. You'll see it currently. We definitely keep promoting that because this is what this live is about. We covering Naughty exclusive Max B and LA Rich interview on his channel. Okay.
And I want to say this. I don't want 50 Cent to go after nobody because he only tearing down black people. But I got to put Bud in there. Mm-hmm. But if he don't keep the same energy that he had for Big Meech on Max B, I'm going after his ass again.
I love it. Janie B, I'm glad you.
Now, they done tried to shut me down, and I done fell the fuck back because of certain people from where I'm from on 50 Cent bitch ass.
Look.
But if he don't get his nigga to smoke, like he tried to do Big Meech, I'm on his ass again. I'm off you, Naughty. I'm on 50.
All right. I'm glad you said that because she cleared the air because at first I'm like, damn, I'm trying to, it was like a little riddle. But once you said that, because Naughty, you brought up the Big Meech analogy with 50 Cent.
Mm-hmm.
See? Right. I knew exactly where she went with it. Once she landed her plane on that, she got a point because 50 Cent, and you said it in your own interview, Naughty. You said
you did.
So, Naughty, what you got to say with Janie B saying what she said?
All right, so it's a few things I want to unpack. First of all, I want to say it's never smoke with Janie B. The respect is very high.
So
we did come to words and stuff, but that's just passion. You know what I'm saying? I want people to know that off the bat. Please, it's not smoke with Janie B. This is just opinion. So with the Max B and the 38 Special, I don't kind of see where they, where they match. I wasn't really sticking up for 38 Special. I was more passionate about Jadakiss coming out and battling this nigga. And I really want to hear Jadakiss kind of like ether him, to tell you the truth. But sometimes it's like you got to poke the bear to get him to wake up, to fight. I don't want to.
Now, you got to tell me what he said because he can hear me, but I can't hear him.
Okay, so this what you do, Jenny B. Listen to the show because for some reason it's not letting the caller hear my other guests. It's something I got to fix with that. So tap into the show so you can hear what he said, and then you can call back with your response. So this way y'all can hear each other.
All
right. Thanks. Naughty, finish your train of thought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So Janie, if you listening now,
hold on. Let me shut this down real quick.
No problem.
I'm gonna shut this down. I'm gonna get back to the callers. I want Naughty to finish his train of thought. Naughty, finish your assessment on that.
Right. So first things first, Janie, I said I got love for you. It's never smoke between us. Now, I didn't understand the analogy between what we were speaking about on 38 Special and this situation. Now, with the 38 Special situation, I was more on the side of trying to get Jadakiss to come outside and respect the art and the craft of hip hop, like battling. I didn't like the whole sitting on a pedestal. I don't like this hierarchy or this kind of energy that people are putting out. Like Jadakiss has enough material out there and he's goated enough where he can avoid smoke. I don't like that. I like gladiators to go down in the arena. If you shot two verses at him, that's basically entertaining and saying, yeah, I'm ready to engage. So I don't like when people shoot and then run. That's what I was saying about that. It
Mm.
wasn't necessarily me siding with 38 because I don't like 38 any more than Jadakiss. I don't like Jadakiss any more than 38. I like whoever feeds the hunger for the time. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't stand on a fan type of a vibe with any of these guys. You know what I'm saying? Not even with Max. If you
Mhm.
go and check my channel, when Max was doing certain things, I was critiquing it. I was talking about it when Max first came out. I said I didn't like that mixtape that he put out. I think he needs to take time to get his voice back in order. I'm very critical about all these guys. I don't stand on, oh, he's my friend, so I'm not gonna talk about him. Now, what she said about Big Meech, I definitely understand that.
Mm.
I don't think that the cutoff of Big Meech happened to be just him standing next to Rick Ross. I think that that was the thing that 50 used for the media and for us to kind of understand the story. But I think behind the scenes there might have been things going on
Mm.
with the BMF project that, you know what I'm saying, where 50 was like, I don't want to do this no more. And
All
that
right.
was just
Let
that
me
was just
stop.
a perfect go ahead.
Let me stop you there. So 50
Uh-huh.
Cent was looking for an out. Basically, that's what you were saying.
That's what I feel like because there was a lot of snitch allegations on Meech, which I don't believe in. I'm a Meech advocate. I like Meech. I like a
Mhm.
lot of things about
Yeah.
Meech, you know what I'm saying? But
Facts.
I think that it was like maybe snitching allegations or it was stuff behind the scenes that we probably didn't see that made 50 say, you know what, I don't want to do business with this guy no more. I want to cut to. I don't think it was as simple as him taking a picture with Rick Ross. If he's that petty to mess up that kind of money for just a picture, I don't think 50's that stupid. Because if that was true, then I think he was getting money with me. He's not getting no money with Max B. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I think Max
Yeah.
B would have been an easier cutoff than Big Meech.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that there was something there more than just, you know what I'm saying, him next to Rick Ross. I don't think Rick Ross was a factor. I think he was more of a skate route,
Mm.
if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It makes a lot of sense. Wow. I'm glad you said that. Because I'm gonna be honest. When you look at Big Meech, right? And I don't
Hmm.
know him personally, but from the times he been on cameras from the beginning, Smack DVD when we first saw Big Meech and BMF, you know what I mean, with all the jewelry, the cars, and the money. Big Meech always had a good vibe.
Hell yeah.
Even now, like
Yeah, even now. Yup.
very positive vibe, and his whole aura was, I just want everybody to
Everybody
get
to
money.
eat. Yep.
Everybody to eat. That's what I'm saying. And that's rare because I'm on that same time. So I guess that's why me and Janie B and a lot of people from Detroit, really rock with each other because it's a frequency because I'm on that frequency. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, and I peeped that about Big Meech. And it's like, Meech probably, I'm going to be honest, what happened with 50, I think it was a miscommunication, with him and Big Meech. And I think the fact that, because it's always the phone or it's always that pull up. When you go straight to social media, when you got a misunderstanding with somebody, to me, I'm going to just keep it real. It's not G'd up.
Right.
It's not G'd up in no kind of way because, like you said, we're talking about a major television show that changed lives,
Right.
especially for Big Meech and his family. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it's still another notch in 50 Cent belt, even though, we already know 50 Cent rich. He already got multiple TV shows. But regardless of what, that's still something else to add to your resume. You dig what I'm saying? Having a
Right.
EMF a show under your executive producer credits. You feel me? Run the likes up, y'all. This is MREC live. All right, with Naughty. Shots fired live. We're taking calls. I'm gonna put the callers back on. We discussing Naughty's LA Rich and Max B exclusive interview. We need y'all to watch that. Go watch it 100 times. Leave likes, leave comments, put hashtag RecMob. MRec sent me here. Naughty, I'm rocking with you. Put the fire emojis. Share it. Go crazy on it. It's exclusive. Nobody has that content. Okay.
And hit that hype button, because the hype button puts it more in the algorithm where people can see when it climbs that, into that hype category. So that very important is the hype button. Even on this broadcast, start hitting that hype button as well as the like button.
That's a fact. I appreciate that, Christine. I mean, over here, y'all gonna get the truth, man. We ain't got no picks. Like, so what we gonna do, we gonna open the lines back up, and we want to hear from the people because they was calling. So this is the time to call. Make sure you run the likes up too for the algorithm. Like Naughty said, make sure you run the hypes up. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot you got to do now if you want to see your favorite content creator, because what they're doing, they are putting these industry corporate
plants
in the way of us, and they getting all their content pushed to the top while they suppressing all the independent content creators content. You know what I'm saying? So y'all have to know you're gonna have to work extra hard, because that's where they at with it. You feel me? It's like they big fish eat little fish. You know what I mean? That's just what's going on. But this is where the people come together. And the like button costs you nothing. Just run it up. Like it millions of times. Share it millions of times. As much times you can. Hype it millions of times. You know what I mean? Costs you nothing. Because you're going to get a lot of content you don't want. You know what I mean? That trash shit they trying to push, that shit garbage. Trust and believe. That's why they got money behind it, and they trying to hit y'all with the cheat code. All right? So let's get to these calls, y'all. All right, salute to the Rec Mall. We here. Naughty got an exclusive. Look, and I'm gonna tell you something. If everybody's not covering this Naughty Max B LA Rich interview, y'all all suckers and haters.
Oh, they definitely that.
I'm letting you know, and you ain't gonna sleep right at night because it ain't no content out here.
Yep.
So if you go around that, I want to say the F word. I want to say the FAG word. You know what I'm saying? But you know how this algorithm works. You feel what I'm saying? Like you gonna suck at time. You know what I'm saying? Like get rid of yourself. One yourself.
That's a fact.
Janie B, tap back in. Matter of fact, I seen, damn, it's mad people that call. I want you to understand, it's only one of me. I don't have a million people on the lines that can answer calls. So you're gonna have to keep calling. Don't take it personal. That's another thing. Get that fucking personal shit out your system. When it come to me, I don't operate on that time. If you in your emotions, you on some car time and shit, you're gonna have to talk to a strength. That's not what this is over here, okay? Let me get. Hold on one second. Let me get the callers tapped in with the people. Hold on. Peace.
Peace and Rec, it's me. What up, though?
What up, though? We got almost 300 people in the room with the algorithm suppressing. I need more likes. I need more hypes. I got Janie B back on the line, so I need y'all to feel this Janie B Naughty energy pause. Okay? So Janie B, the floor.
Oh, I'm paused. The niggas' energy can come my way and the chick can go in. However you want to play it.
That's what's up. So Janie B, did you
long as they grown and consent.
That's a fact. So Janie B, did you hear Naughty response?
I did hear Naughty's response, and I heard what you said too. And here's what I want to say to Naughty. Mm-hmm. I'm not wishing for 50 to go at Max B. I'm just saying if Rick Ross is the problem, and we did like 20 lives on this MREC. This nigga said that him being next to Rick Ross was the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I want Naughty to understand this. This nigga is beyond petty. He like a kid.
Mm-hmm.
He went up against Notori Norton, the one that played Ghost's wife.
Mm-hmm.
He talked crap about what's the nigga that played Ghost and lied about that situation and came back out here recently and said it was Courtney Kemp that wanted to fire him, not Him.
Yeah, Maury.
So he said he changing his whole hookup because he done killed his whole brand. Raising Canaan is not doing that good because people don't believe in this nigga no more.
Mm.
If you stand next to 50 Cent and you do something that he don't like, he turns into a girl. Let's just be honest about this.
Shots.
So when I said that, his whole problem with Big Meech is he couldn't son him.
Mm.
Like 50 want to be the big dog in every room. And Big Meech ain't never tried to be over him, but he's never going to be under him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if anybody standing on business with this nigga, he has a problem with it. And something as little as standing next to this nigga is a problem. And you're right. He don't care about money. He care about who he can shut out. This is the biggest gatekeeper right now. It is 50 Cent.
I ain't gonna front. That is gatekeeper mentality and great gatekeeper behavior. So that's a fact.
Listen, he done did this to a lot of people, Emre. What grown man can tell another grown man who he can be around? How is that cool? How is that the thing? And any grown man listening to that, I don't have much respect for you.
Mm-hmm.
So when I said what I said, I meant it, and this wasn't at Naughty. It was about this type of stuff that goes on. And again, I'm gonna reiterate this because you and Naughty both came on here and was talking about independence versus mainstream industry.
Correct.
That was not his whole play about this. 38 Special. That was not where he was coming from with this until he heard Juggernaut speak on that. Then everybody ran with that same narrative that y'all put out. And coming from you and him, it was a place that was full of morals and righteousness. Y'all was coming from this is independence versus that. But this nigga wasn't saying that.
Well,
until it was already laid out for him.
I'm gonna say this. I feel what you're saying. I just think with Spesh being independent as he is, because he is independent.
He independent.
That's his position regardless. You know what I'm saying?
But he didn't lead with that, Emre.
Yeah, no, what see, this is my thing. He led with Jadakiss not, I guess, giving him the feature verse, Jadakiss ducking him. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's what he led with. But once he jumped out there on the Bag Fuel platform and said what he said about Kiss, now the politics come into place. Now the blackballing come into place. Because we got to keep it real. Even though we love Jadakiss.
Hold on, Emre. And this ain't got nothing to do with no Jadakiss. Hold on. Mm-hmm. The politics came into play because this nigga got a nasty attitude. The politics came into you and Naughty both are bosses.
Facts.
Ain't it people both of y'all didn't work with because they was horrible people, or they rubbed you the wrong way, or their energy wasn't right? Pause. Mm-hmm. This nigga come out the gate negative Nancy.
Yeah.
Everywhere he go, he's spewing negativity.
But you know what's so crazy? Not to cut your wisdom. You're not the first person that said that. I'm hearing a good amount of people saying that about Spesh. You know what I mean? Because now
and his own people. He got a bunch of people from where he's from that don't rock with this nigga and sending me stuff. Let's just get to that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just saying, people been tired of this nigga before he entered where we at.
I mean, look, I'm gonna say this, right? Because I don't really want to make this about Spesh, because we're talking about Naughty and L.A. Rich and Max B, right? But
yeah, and I appreciate him doing that interview. I'm just saying he latched on to what y'all know us about, and listen, nobody. I would be the last to say people not moving funny out here in this world when they trying to squash people. I know it for a fact. You know I know it.
yeah, correct.
But when you attach that to his name, then people start looking funny, and I'm not gonna let nobody look at you funny, MREC, because you ain't coming in this with goofiness.
Nah, never. Nah, and salute to you. Definitely. This is what I'm gonna do though, right?
But we can get back to the other stuff. I was just making my point so he could know where I was coming from with it.
Nah, I got you, because we got some callers calling up, and I want us to get.
Yeah, let's hear from them.
Yeah. Tap back in, Janie B. Good assessment as always. Let's see what these other callers calling about. All right, I appreciate you. Salute. Let's get it. Run the lights up, man. We want to talk about Naughty interview with L.A. Rich, Max B. Okay, let me know what you think about the interview. If you watched it already or you watched the clip, we want to hear from y'all, because this is real important right now. We gotta, we gotta keep the focus there, because that's where I'm at with it. And like I said, if other niggas not covering this exclusive Naughty, Max B, L.A. Rich interview, you have been compromised. It's nothing out here. It's nothing moving out here. He got an exclusive Max B interview. Y'all can't get that. Everybody is compromised if you ain't covering this. MREC said that. I don't give a fuck who you are. JR, you there?
I'm here.
JR from the lower. Salute. My bad. Frontliner.
Salute, man. Yo, man, I'm letting you get off, B. Pause.
Nah, I just got to keep it real, because I don't like when niggas try to go against my content or the homie content or anybody who's putting up good content. And if you know me, you better be covering this shit. I'm talking about you ain't got to know me personally. You know of me. You better do right. My new shit is you better do right by the culture. If you on that fuck shit like these industry niggas is on, you're going to be held accountable. Because niggas not playing out here. Niggas is fighting the algorithm. Niggas don't need to be fighting niggas who ain't got no content. All you do is cover content. So you go against covering original content that you need for your platform. It says a lot about you and your character. I don't care if you feel a way about somebody. If they got a good interview, they got good content, they never did nothing to you, you cover that. You YouTubers, stop trying to play politics like these industry niggas. Because it's us against them. Remember that shit. And JR, my bad, and I'm gonna land my plane.
Nah, no problem, man. But you know what I'm gonna say always: peace, 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 peace to the Rec Mob, peace SJ, peace David Flat, peace Naughty, and peace to you, my brother, and peace to the whole Rec Mob family. Word.
Yes, sir. Peace to you, JR. Salute.
And man, you know what I mean? I respect how Max B handled that. I thought that was an intelligent way to handle it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, like he ain't gotta say, oh, now I'm rocking with 50, F Ross, or I'm rocking with Ross, so F 50. Nah, you look, man, I said this a long time ago. There's plenty of people that 50 mess with other people. It's always about who he directly helped get into the game, or directly help put them into position that changes things. Max B, 50 didn't help Max B. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about in terms of like getting into position. Mm-hmm. He didn't help him do that. Max B had his own way. So it's always going to be a little different. You know what I'm saying? I think you expect different things from different people. I think that's the best way to kind of say it. You know what I'm saying? What your expectation is of them.
Well, hold on, JR. I gotta give you pushback only because 50 Cent ain't helped Jadakiss. He ain't helped Fat Joe.
No, of course not.
Nah, that's
but what you mean by that?
remember, he started beef with them because they did a record with Ja Rule. That they was already cool with
But you
Ja
know
Rule.
what that was about?
No.
You know what that was about?
They already cool with Ja Rule, so he can't use that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm
Yeah, no, they already cool. They already cool with Ja Rule, right?
saying?
50 wasn't cool with none of them niggas.
Mm-hmm.
So this is business. That's a business move. You're not gonna loan a nigga I'm putting into the dirt your energy. That's a whole different can of worms.
See, this is the thing. This is where I agree and disagree. Because who is you? Duke, I'm talking about 50 Cent. Who the fuck is you?
He is a nigga trying to put a nigga in the dirt.
It don't matter. It don't matter. That's not how that shit go. It don't go like that in the street because you know how that shit.
Oh, it definitely go like that in the street.
No, I'm talking about.
Oh, it definitely go like that in the street.
No, hear me out. Especially when it comes to a connect, right? If you got a connect, you did select a nigga did bad by the connect. You can't expect me. Oh, yo, I ain't fucking with the connect. Yeah, I was short on the money, and he ain't fucking with me no more. Yo, don't cop from the connect no more. How that sound?
That don't sound right and exact. But now I'm gonna give you the I'm gonna give you the counterbalance, the counter argument to that. The connect say, yo, I'm not gonna give y'all no work no more if y'all gonna give Son the work. That's the counterbalance. That's the counter to that.
Mm-hmm.
You guys you dig what I'm saying? Like it's different if we all like I said, like if it was right now, right? If 50 said, oh, yo, Joe, you running around over there with Rick Ross, or you running around over there with Diddy, you know what I'm saying? You know I don't mess with them dudes. And now that they cool, he tried to make a thing. That to me is different than warfare. You in the middle of warfare because he was going at Murder Inc. And Ja Rule and them say, well, we gonna use what we got in our bag to bring up and say, yo, all right, I'm gonna get with Joe and Jada. And then 50 say, all right, so then all y'all, I'm coming at all y'all then. You know what I'm saying? Because for that case, you loaning him, you know, your energy to take him out from what I'm doing to this dude.
Now I hear you.
So I gotta get at all of you.
This is where
I just think it's a different mentality than what we're actually talking about. Like what Max B is doing is not the same thing.
No, but hear me out. This is where we all gotta keep it real. This is see 50, he's a master manipulator. See, he did all that beef with Ja Rule and Jadakiss, but he's cool with Jadakiss and Ja Rule now, right? But remember, it's falling out with Game. It wasn't completely due to that, but that was one of the reasons. You know what I mean? Because Game didn't go at Jadakiss and Joe because he had his own relationship with them when he was coming up in the game, and they might have looked out for him or whatever, right? So that's the part to me that people don't speak on with 50. It's like you can beef with niggas, get cool with them, but yet when we was just trying to keep everything neutral, you had a problem with it. So that to me, which one is it, my nigga? Because you
think that's neutral?
No,
I don't know. I don't see that as being neutral. Like I think Ja Rule, Fat Joe, and Jadakiss was on a side. Basically, 50 didn't mess with these guys. He didn't know these dudes. He wasn't friends with them beforehand. It's like not like none of them was cool with each other. You understand what I'm saying? And now you over there with this dude picking a side. You saying, yo, we gonna help build you back up. We gonna help. I think that's it. That's the only reason why I'm saying I think it's a little different.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
When you're talking about warfare,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Is a difference when I say, for instance, if we talking music, right? And 50 didn't grow up with Jadakiss and Fat Joe. So you can't, and they not your artist, so you can't tell them what to do. That's just
no. I don't think he was trying. I don't think he ever told them what to do, though. He never told them.
No.
He literally attacked them.
Yeah, but when
he attacked them, he said, "Yo, y'all over there with Son, I'm attacking you."
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, when you do that, essentially, that was his reason when they asked him, "Yo, why you go at Jadakiss and Fat Joe?" Because they stood next to somebody I was going at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they loaned him. They loaned Ja Rule their energy.
But what I'm saying is, who are you to say that? Because when it's you, when he does it, it's not a problem. But when somebody else does it, it's a problem. You see what
Of
I'm saying?
course, but it was a problem. You don't think Joe? You don't think we obviously know Fat Joe and Jadakiss had a problem, so it was a problem. You can't act like you only looking at this and trying to put it from a 50 Cent perspective.
No.
When he attacked them, hold on, hear me out. When he attacked them, Joe and Jada had a problem. The same way when Ja Rule seen, yo, Eminem, you loaning 50 Cent your energy? What happened? Haley's a known slut, so what she gonna be, right? What she gonna be when Haley gonna be when she grow up, right?
Listen,
is that wrong?
I mean, it's like this, right? Think about it. With that, it's already up because 50 is signed to Eminem. So you providing them.
But that's what I'm trying to say. He attacked them first. He jumped out the window because Eminem was loaning the energy.
I'm not disputing that. That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you with that, right? But Ja Rule wasn't saying like, yo, you got to choose me or him. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, all right, you already providing a machine around homie, so it's up now. But it wasn't like Jadakiss and Fat Joe was on Murder Inc. They wasn't on Murder Inc. They did a record. Now Ja Rule said what he was saying on the record. You know, so think about this, right?
There you go.
We don't even know how that record even went. Like Ja Rule probably sent them the beat, and I don't know how it went. And they probably just sent it in their verses.
From what was said, and Fat Joe said this, and it never been denied. And Jadakiss has been sitting on the couch, and Ja Rule has done several interviews. From what was said, that was Fat Joe's song.
That was Fat Joe's song?
All right. That's what Fat Joe said, and it's never been disputed by Ja Rule or Jadakiss. So you know, Ja Rule said, yo, you need the help. You was there for me when I needed the help after Big Pun died. God rest his dead. He sent them the record. Bang.
Yeah, but this
they
is
put their verses on it.
This is what I want to do. Not to cut you, because I don't want to take the energy away from what we came here for. We came here for, because really, it's not even about 50 Cent, so to speak. It's really about the exclusive interview Nadi did with Max B and his new artist. And we spoke about Max not being able to choose a side, because that's really what we on. The fact that Max didn't have to choose a side, that's the time I'm on, and I'm always stay on. I feel like, yo, bro, I rock with who I rock with. Y'all got a problem? That's between y'all. You know what I mean? Especially if it ain't no
absolutely.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, that's the shit that got shit fucked up too in the industry and also in the streets. Because niggas be having issues with a certain party and they take it out on other niggas. You feel me? And then also, yo, 50, your shit with Ja Rule is with Ja Rule. Like on some real shit, you on some maniac, psychotic shit. You gotta sit your ass on the couch somewhere, my nigga. Everybody don't have to put up with your shit. And that's the problem. Nobody ain't, because everybody around them couldn't tell them nothing. Because everybody was like, no, we riding with you, yeah. And then you see when they fall out, what niggas say? Yo, man, such and such was my man. Slow was my man. I was just riding because I was with Fifth. See, that's the problem. Nobody's really saying that. Like, he's in a position where he got to the money. He got to a position of power, but nobody could tell him nothing. And he's on his egomaniac shit.
But I feel like anybody gonna be doing that. Like, do you think Irv didn't do that? When Irv was in a position of power, was he not doing that?
Yes. But
did they not do that when he was in a position of power? Did Cam not do that when he was like? Everybody does it. Look, I just feel like this. This is why I said, like, I think with Max B said in the interview, and we had this discussion about a few other people who was able to thread the needle in between all that. I think it's a way of being respectful, where you ain't gotta pick a side. There's a way you can play that. But trust me, if you start leaning too heavily one way, or you start popping up with it's like, I know you would feel the same way. If you keep seeing a dude popping up with everybody you got an issue with, you gonna start looking at son a little weird. You're gonna be like, yo, hold on, what's up with this dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think anybody would feel that way.
No,
But I just
I get
think
it.
that,
I get it. But when it comes to the industry, I can't feel that way because Jadakiss is an artist, right? And let's just leave it on Jadakiss.
mhm.
Jadakiss is trying to just put out the best features on everybody project as much as possible. You know why? Because he stands by, I'm top 5 dead or alive. That nigga Jadakiss is the coolest nigga. So when niggas be having problems with Kiss, and I know him personally, I know it's more than what they really saying. It's because really, remember 50 saluted the Locks and said the hardest niggas, the other hardest niggas
That's a
come from
fact.
Yonkers, right?
That's a fact.
So that right there should tell you, like, oh, okay, he got respect for them, but at the same time, remember when they got into it after the fact, years down the line, he admitted to Jadakiss smoking them on the Checkmate joint.
That's a fact.
But see, that's what I'm saying. But you see the manipulation there. But during that time, he made it seem like it didn't affect him. But when I think one of these interviewers brought it up, I think it might have been Big Boy. He asked him,
It
did
was Big
anybody?
Boy.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is we allow, like, you know, I give everybody this work. 50 Cent is a master manipulator, so is Jay-Z. You know, we talked about that over here. And we got to nip all that shit in the bud. I get it, what niggas is on, but at the same time, you're not going to manipulate your way through everything. Because I get what he's on, but at the same time, a lot of that shit is bullshit too.
I listen, I get the manipulation. I always see through the facade of 50 Cent. But I also understand a lot of the times where he's coming from. Because, yo, once again, like I said, you help people, and you know, like I said, you bringing up a very delicate situation with the Jadakiss, Fat Joe, and Ja Rule. That was a certain time. There was a certain thing being done. I don't really put that in the same vein as what I see, you know, a lot of the other times. You know what I'm saying? Like when I see him, like basically what he had with Ghost, right, from Power. But like, yo, why you even bringing up what you got paid, son? Like you wilding right now. You was living in your car. Like that's a whole different, I think, thing than, or even what happened with Big Meech. You know what I'm saying? I don't think those are really exactly the same kind of things. You can, I mean, if you want to say that they all manipulation, I agree with you. But I just think, like I said, like to me, with because not to go too far away, but like what Max B did right there in that interview was something similar. And I like to bring Son up a lot. What's his name? E. Rivera. E. Rivera was dude who was working with a lot of 50 ops.
Yes, a fact.
Still working with 50.
Mm-hmm.
But if you hear E. Rivera when he talked about it, and I heard E. Rivera talk about it a few times, he always talked about how he went back. He went back to Fat Joe. He went back to 50 Cent. He talked to these people and said, yo, listen, this is what I'm trying to do. It's a way you thread that needle where you showing respect to people. Whereas when you trying to act like, oh, I'm a boss and I'm a this and I'm a that, okay, but then, you know, you leave it out there for people to feel disrespected. That's kind of what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna be honest, bro. See, now if Fifth would have stayed on what he was on and didn't, you know, piece those relationships up with Jadakiss and Fat Joe, then I would have nothing to say. But the fact that he did and knocked Lloyd Banks and all the, you know, the rest of them for that it makes it hard. You know what I'm saying? It makes it real hard. Like I said,
all those are different situations, though. I don't know. I just think you got to take everything. I think you want a person to handle every situation the same, and we got to understand that there's no such thing as a generalistic way of handling certain situations. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe you got better insight, from behind the scene. I don't know exactly what happened between him and Lloyd Banks.
Yeah,
I don't know that.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Lloyd Banks is loyal. I don't want nobody to feel like, you know what I'm saying? I can't, nobody's perfect.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean?
I'm not saying that he's not loyal, but I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe Lloyd Banks wanted to stand on his own too. He's tired of being connected to shit.
That too. That was that.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was that.
I
too.
don't know.
It was that too. But this what we gonna do, JR, because I'm gonna get Naughty tapped back in on this interview because he got a good interview. I don't want to take the energy away from that because 50 is on what he on. You know what I'm saying? And he's not gonna change because see, this is another thing that people not really paying attention to. Remember, this is not about these industry dudes that he's beefing with or the so-called street niggas beefing with. Look at his relationship with his son. Now, we know the mom's got a manipulation tactic with the son as well, but regardless of what, that's still your son. You figure that out. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I got to say with that. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is he move how he move and feel like it's right because he's successful, right? Or he feel like, you know, I put this person in.
I mean, that's a narrative. Do you really know that? I mean, that's like I'm always careful. I'm just saying I'm always careful. I don't really totally know. You know what I mean? I feel like that's narrative driven because I know people that had a son try to take him off this earth. You know what I'm saying? So all that's your son or that's your daughter. I mean, for the most part, I understand that, but we know that there's levels to that.
Look, let me say this, man. I don't think it was to that extreme with 50 and his son. And then look, remember, you one of the richest niggas in the world. You can stop time and say, yo, if you think to this day, if 50 Cent was to reach out to his son, you don't think Marquise would go with 50, be like, yo, Marquise, I just want to talk to you. We'll put everything, to the side. Let's just have a conversation. You don't think Marquise would pick up that phone and not even that. 50 pull up on Marquise. Marquise is gonna go with his pops to have that conversation. The nigga 50 got the type of money. Them niggas can go to the other side of the world where it's just them two. And have
I don't know. Didn't he run away from him in a jewelry store?
See, I don't know the ins and outs with
that's what I'm saying. Like nobody knows. That's why these are things that I kind of be hesitant to talk about. Like all I like to talk about is what I hear from other people, like E. Rivera, because he talked about this and how he dealt with that situation. Or Max B, he's talking about how he dealt with certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these other situations, it's like a he said, she said. So I kind of like, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about just as a man. Like I'm just talking about fuck all what happened. I'm talking about just as a man, and that's your offspring. You and he's a grown man. Like, yo, look, we gonna go to the other side of the world and we're gonna talk. Right now, let's just enjoy the ride. Let's eat some good food. You know what I mean? And then we'll talk about everything. Marquise is going to pick up that phone. Marquise is going to take that trip with him if he comes like that. But like I said, there's a lot of ego, and like I said, forget everything that happened in the past. See, what people, what stops people is what other people think, and also their own ego. Like I said, forget the fact that you 50 Cent. Forget the fact that whatever happened with the baby moms. Be on some like, yo, wake up in the morning and say, yo, I'm calling Marquise. I need to, this is my son, man. Because when life is over, it's just over.
Word.
That's all I'm
I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can only use myself for a lot of situations. And I know, like, I got a forgiving heart, but I'm not the kind of person who makes the same mistake twice. Like, I'll forgive you because forgiveness is for me. But to put you back in the same position that was used to come against me in a way, I don't know if I ever could put you back in that situation. Like, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'll be talking from. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've had people that I've extended myself for, you know what I mean, who gave me the finger. Like, would I extend myself for that person again in the same way? Like, I ain't got no hard feelings for them, but I don't know if I will extend myself in the same way for that person. You know what I
Understood.
mean?
Understood. This is what we
Yeah,
gonna do.
like, look, man.
This is what we're gonna do, JR.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Because I got Nadi. He been sitting in the cut for a minute. Tap back in. I want to get Nadi speaking on his interview because we got more people in the room. And just tap back in and we're gonna go more into the depths of this interview.
Copy.
My brother.
All right, all right.
All right, shalom. Peace. Let's get it, y'all. Nadi, you there?
I'm here, of course. I was enjoying the dialogue, man.
My thing is this. Give me your reaction to the dialogue.
I mean, I think both of you guys were making valid points, you know.
Mhm.
And I agree with JR where it's like you got to know more about the situation in order to understand, you know, the perspective that 50 was coming from. Because I heard that he pulled up on Marquise multiple times, and Marquise always, you know, his mother had him manipulated in a way where it's like, you know, he had these kind of like feelings against 50, and I don't know. It's just a touchy subject with them too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think 50 just being in the spotlight and us getting just the reactions of 50, we kind of pegged him into a certain light, like he's this type of a person. But I think that 50 is a very strategic person. I think he is level-headed where you can talk to him. But when it gets to the point where he doesn't want to talk no more, then he goes into that beast mode. And I could reference when he was talking to Cameron on the phone at Hot 97, Cam was more the hothead. 50
Correct.
was trying to tell him, yo, Cam, you don't want those kind of problems. Like, just try to talk to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Cam, you know, being the clown that he is, he just felt like
Right.
that was a moment for him to just show himself like, I'm tough. I'm talking to 50 like this. Because Cam is a clown like that. You know what I mean? And then it went to the point where 50 just had to put him away for a while, where he had to disappear for a little while. You know what I mean? So 50 is level-headed. You can't talk to him. But when it gets out of control, where he no longer wants to talk, once that line of communication is cut, he's not the type of person to come back and revisit a conversation. So
Well, look, I'm glad you said that. And it goes back to something I said to the Rec Mob years ago. Okay. I do agree. Cameron was, I'm gonna say this. At that time, Cameron was on some dickhead shit.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
immature. Yep.
But look, what people don't know, he got a check from Alan Grunback.
Run black. Yep. That's a fact.
Yep.
That's a fact.
Call Angie Martinez in Address 50. He was taking up a cot. He got paid for that, right?
Right.
Now, fast forward, 50 and Cam get into the back and forth, you know, on record videos and shit like that, right?
Right.
Now, see what people don't say it. I'm gonna say it. One of the first person that did say it. You know, Cam got the best of 50 in that battle, and I'm gonna tell you why. I don't know if you know, but I'm gonna allow you to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how Cam got the best of 50 in that battle?
Nah, I don't.
Okay. I remember 50 didn't have veneers at the time.
Okay.
Now, in the Cam diss record, nigga called him Bugs Monkey.
Okay.
Remember he had the, you know what I'm saying? His teeth was big in the front, you know what I mean? So he called him Bugs Monkey. Right after that, 50 got veneers.
Okay.
And he said, that ain't your house, that's Mike Tyson house, something, you know, something to that effect, right? After that, he sold the crib. You see where I'm going?
I
So,
do, but I don't think that a lot of that is directly. Stuff could have been happening in motion already, and because Cam is you got to look at Cam now. Even now, like Cam is a petty person that if he hears something, he'll use that against you. So that house thing could have been in motion already, and Cam found out about it and twisted the narrative. So I don't really. Cam is not one of those people that I really. He's not a credible type of person. He's a very petty
listen,
type
I
of
agree.
person.
I agree. Look, even the people in the comments, Cam lived rent free in his head. Like that shit fuck with him. I'm gonna be honest. Niggas ain't gonna say it because you know niggas are pro 50 Cent, whatever. Cool. I'm just talking about a battle. Somebody loving the culture, and when it comes to this 50 Cent met his match with Cameron. Cameron's more petty than him, or just as petty. And it's the same thing with, we talked about this, Naughty, behind the scenes. King Harris. That nigga's a different kind of animal. Right. He's young and don't give a and his internet antics is on a whole different level. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So right. and I'm saying all this, I'm saying all that to say this. 50 Cent squashed the beef with Cam after all that. Right. You see where I'm going? Right. So he got his picks, you know, but nobody talks about that. Right. He's on some crush my enemy until they die. Right. But he got his picks. So that's the point that I'm pointing out. I mean, everybody in war, like, you know, nobody's flawless. You know, I don't think there's nobody out here that was flawless. It's just like some people say Jay-Z lost to Nas. Some people say he don't. Everybody has battles that they lose. If you're a warrior, you're gonna lose a battle. You're gonna win battles. So yeah, definitely 50 has taken L's, but you know. But Natty, let me interject. 50 took L's, but they was quiet L's. Because you know why? Everybody wanted to be on 50's side. I don't think they were quiet L's. I think everybody saw the L's he took, but the thing about war is if you take an L and you bounce back fast, that's what it's about. 50 bounces back really fast. In that battle, Cameron went away for years. Cameron disappeared after that. We didn't hear no Cameron after, like, he disappeared and 50 kept on being a mogul. You know what I'm saying? So it's about the bounce back. It's not about taking L's. Everybody's going to take an L. You know what I'm saying? But how fast do you come back from an L is what defines, you know what I'm saying, your warrior status. You fall and bounce right back, I got to give you your props. And every time 50 did take an L, he did fall, it didn't last long enough for it to look like an L. He bounced right back. Same thing with Jay-Z. Jay-Z took many L's, but he was already thinking about the bounce back. So you got to give him props for that. You know what I mean? He fell and came right back. Yeah, definitely. But, you know, listen, man. Over here, I'm going to call it down the middle. I don't care who it is. It could be 50, Jay-Z. Likewise. Whoever, Nas. Right. And Nas is the GOAT lyrically, right? But everybody over here get called out on these shit. You know what I mean? And that's what the Rec Mob loves about this show, about me. Because I don't have no picks. Right. You know what I mean? When niggas do bullshit, we got to call out their bullshit. Right. You know what I'm saying? When niggas is keeping it G'd up, we got to, you know, because, and that's the thing. I think Janie B, she was pointing out, you know, about people in general and 50. Mm-hmm. He got a lot of politics with him. Yeah, definitely. You know, when it's convenient for him to do business with whoever he want to do business with at the time. Right. You understand what I'm saying? But that's not fair because you get to move how you want to move, but you try to dictate how other people move. Right. You see where I'm going with it? Right. That's not fair. Like you can't handle a certain way. But yeah, this ain't fair. This ain't a fair world, Rec. We know that. When it comes to war, fairness, like, you know what I mean? Fairness just ain't a thing in this war shit. So being fair is cool, but it don't really count for nothing at the end of the day. Nah, if being fair is gonna put me in a position to lose, I'm gonna be unfair. I'm never gonna accept a loss. I'm gonna go to the unfair side of the map in order to win. Win by any means necessary. Right. We living in a time where Robert Greene done put the rules out. You know, everybody's moving off of these 48 laws, deception, manipulation. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, he changed the playing field. And see, this is what I'm saying. This is what 50 Cent operate on. And yeah, that's his friend. But but you know, that book ain't writing exact. You know what I'm saying? It got a lot of gems, but it's really teaching you how to be be on that time. Yeah, it's demon time, like the kids say now. That book brought us on demon time. The way that the world is shaped now, I know personally because I remember when that book dropped and I was one of the people that bought it off the back and read it. Mm-hmm. And I seen the whole temperature of the world change. Maybe not everybody got a hold of that book,
but this guy Robert Greene was speaking from the perspective of the higher ups or whoever was in power. He
He's
was just
speaking
putting
from
it
the
out there,
he's
right?
speaking from the elite's
From the
perspective.
elite's perspective, and that was the motion
Mhm.
that was prominent at the time, and we're still in that right now. I'm seeing like interacting with people. I'm seeing a lot of manipulation, a lot of even with these kids now. When one of these kids say to me, "Yo, I love you, big bro," unfortunately, I don't feel it or credit. I don't care when they
Mhm.
say that. I look at it as manipulation. Like there's something you want out of big bro, and I love you, big bro, is the way you manipulate me into feeling like. But I don't be feeling the energy of love towards that. I feel like love when people say love now, it has no energy to it. Yo, I love you, bro. It don't be energetic. It just be
Mhm.
another. It's now just part of the vernacular to say I love you, bro.
Correct. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you totally. I'm with you. Because with me, words don't really hold no power. It's the behavior. It's the
Right.
action behind the words for me.
Right.
It's the energy.
Exactly.
I'm big on energy because a lot of
Exactly.
times you ain't gotta say shit. Your energy speaks for you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's the
Negative or
best
positive.
conversation.
Yeah. But the fact that you said you kind of like summed up everything I was talking about when you brought up the Robert Greene 48 Laws of Power.
Right.
So if 50 Cent is operating off a demonic book or demonic laws,
Mm-hmm.
then that right there you know, just put everything on the table I was talking about.
Yeah, you right. I never say you wrong, right?
No,
I'm
no,
not.
it ain't about no. I don't want to be wrong or right, but what I'm just saying, we just having a perspective. Salute though, but we
Right.
just having a perspective on. We got to get to the psychology of the person we dealing with because
Right.
something is wrong. Something is, you know what I mean? It's a big disconnect somewhere. Whereas how he operate, he's using something. He's using the 48 laws of power like the Bible.
Yeah. Nah. Definitely. Definitely.
So if we know that book ain't right and exact, then how he moving ain't right and exact. Like it's teaching you, art of war. I give it. It got a lot of gems in it. We're not gonna take away, the gems it has in it, but
Right.
also it's teaching you how to operate from a dark place.
Definitely. A
You know what
hundred
I'm saying?
percent. Yeah.
So on that note, this is what we're gonna do. Let's spin it back to this interview you did with LA Rich and Max B. Like
Right.
going into this interview,
Mm-hmm.
what was your mentality knowing that okay, this is Max B first artist and you want to introduce him to the world? What was your approach to that?
Well, basically, we did an interview before, right? And the interview did pretty good. But I felt like it needed the Max B cosign. You know, I needed to get Max B in the room. And I wanted him to come from under being called Max B's artist. Because when a lot of people talk to me, they're like, Max B's artist, Max B's artist. I'm like, if I can get Max B in the interview with him to put respect on his name, now he can step out of that Max B artist and be LA Rich. Like I wanted him to have his own, you know what I'm saying?
Identity.
I'm very careful
Mhm,
on how I market people. I don't want to
mhm,
keep because people it sticks in people's mind. And if you keep saying Max B's artist, Max B's artist, that's where he's gonna be stuck in that zone.
mhm.
So I
Right.
wanted Max B to put some respect on his name. I feel like if other people see that, that they follow that. So they'll be like,
Mhm,
oh, this is LA Rich. It's not just Max B's artist. Max B
mhm,
saying, he kept up with me. We did a whole tape together and he kept up with me on the tracks and then saying how he's talented and how he's learning off of him too. And you know what I'm saying? All of that
mhm.
put respect on his name. So that was my whole thought process coming into the interview was to put respect on this kid's name where his talent can shine and he's not just Max B's artist.
I love it. That's a very dope approach. That's the best approach. Basically, what you were saying in a nutshell, you wanted LA Rich to have his own identity.
Right.
You know, um, I'm gonna say this though. The fact that you're going this hard for LA Rich says a lot to your character because we in a world where everybody's chasing names, everybody chasing clout,
Right.
but you took a whole nother route. And that's the reason why, you had a relationship with Max
Right.
already, but I
Right.
think your relationship with Max got stronger.
Right.
when you took a liking to his artist for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? You can go into
Right.
that. What made you take a liking to L.A. Rich?
So now look at this. I went out around the time when they had the NBA playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bumped into Max on 34th Street. Now Rich was with him, but Rich was moving kind of militant around. So I thought he was security. I didn't know that he was Max B's artist.
Mm.
So when I went out there, Max didn't even know I was around, right? And I didn't try to insert myself like, yo, Max, I'm here. This is the first time I'm seeing him since he came home, like physically. But
Mm-hmm.
I was on the same timing where it's like, yo, we in the middle of 34th Street. You know, Max got ops. This is my friend. So I'm not even in the content creator's mindset. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I'm just looking around, trying to figure out who's who, making sure he's good. And I seen Rich on the same timing. Then Rich came over at one point. I guess he seen me in the crowd and he watches the show that I used to be on. So he came and was like, yo, bro, I watched the show. Boom, boom, boom. He showed respect. I didn't get no numbers on him or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
When I got back, I started hitting people like, yo, who was that kid that was around Max? I just want to let Max know, like, yo, bro had your best interest. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we linked up, and then I came to find out he was Max's artist. He let me hear some music. I genuinely liked the music. But I had already had respect for him for the way he was moving with Max B. So it wasn't like I got introduced to him as, yo, this is Max artist. And
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't that political shit. I liked the
Mm-hmm.
way he was moving with Max. He was moving real sturdy. You know what I'm saying? There was other people that was around that was in the camp too, and they was out there talking and, you know what I'm saying, moving
Mm-hmm.
around and not paying attention and understanding. This is a guy that people out here still hate. You got to move in a certain way around him. You know what I'm saying? He needs
Mm-hmm.
to be, even though he has hired bodyguards and stuff like that, bodyguards ain't enough. I'm from New York. I know how
Correct.
bodyguards could catch whatever the artist could catch. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be on point. So my respect for Rich didn't come from Max B. You know what I'm saying? My
Yes,
respect
sir.
for Rich came from him himself. It didn't come as, oh, that's Max B artist, and I'm gonna jump on board and promote Max B. It's none of that industry politics shit.
Mm-hmm.
This
So
was
let me.
genuine. Yeah, go ahead.
Now I got you, and that's dope.
Yup.
I seen Max say something to the effect of Rich remind him of King Vaughn, and it was somebody else. Who was the other artist he mentioned?
Dirk. I'm glad you're bringing that up. Yup,
Let's
Dirk.
go into that. Why you think Max said that?
Now people taking that wrong, right? People are taking it as he's trying to sound like or he's trying to be like them. That's not what it is. Now, if you know Max in history, he's always said he's Big Vel, which is a mix of Biggie, Tupac, and Jay-Z.
Correct.
So Max understands that every artist is inspired by other artists. Everybody's not gonna say it though.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas will hide that because we taught to not say certain things. So people will hide that and act like they came out of the blue and just was nice, like they didn't take no inspiration from anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Max doesn't care. He puts that forward and says, yo, I took inspiration from these guys. These are guys that I used to listen to that made me want to rap. So with LA Rich, it's the same kind of thing. Vaughn and
Mm-hmm.
Dirk are like to these young kids, those are like the Biggies, the
Yep.
Jay-Z's. That's
Facts.
who's yeah, that's who run the temperature. So Max is like, I need to say that in order to give people kind of like a point of reference to see
Yep.
where his music lands in because he's melodic. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really rap about the same stuff that Von and them raps about. He's more on females and more life events.
Mm-hmm.
But he had to give them sort of like a reference point, like this is where he lands, and he start from the top. He's like, if these are the top artists, then I'm gonna say these guys to put him in that kind of a light. So that's what that was. It wasn't really him just trying to say he sounds like them,
Mm-hmm.
but that's the vein of music that he's trying to produce. You know what I'm saying? On that level of producing music.
Yo, bro, I ain't gonna front. The culture's in good hands when you got somebody like Naughty, 1-800 WTF, that's interviewing these new artists, not only these legendary artists or legends in the making like a Max B,
Right.
because these niggas don't care about nobody. These niggas just care about who's hot.
Right.
And you was able to find a diamond in the rough, so to
Right.
speak.
Right.
Now, you being somebody, and I'm gonna put this out there just in case they don't know, you
Mhm.
being somebody as a bar smith, a lyricist, they don't know that.
Right.
I'm actually putting Naughty on blast, so to speak, on that note.
I'm with it.
Naughty got a mean pen game, and
Facts.
he's behind a lot of your favorite, whether you want to call it songs or AI songs, a lot of your favorite joints, Naughty penned them joints. Don't think it's
Hey,
just
so,
AI.
even some from rappers. I've been in
Okay,
this game for a while. I put
that's right.
my pen is around, you know.
Oh shit! You care to name some names, or you?
Nah, I don't want to name no names. It gets political. I don't want to name no names, but just know, Naughty Pen been around, and and the more you get, in tune with Naughty, you'll be able to hear certain things.
Mm,
You know what I mean? But
mm,
yeah, I put some work in.
Salute. We're gonna get to that another day. I know them
Facts.
ghostwriter checks got to keep coming in, so we don't want to put nobody on blast. You know what I mean? Shots fired. But by the way, go to Naughty 1-800-WTF on YouTube. Subscribe to that. He got the interview with Max B and LA Rich. That's fire. We
Facts.
live. We covering his interview. I love this. You know why? Because I'm with somebody that's very creative on levels that I'm creative on, but you're on another level on a lot of different notes. And I can salute somebody and be like, yo, homie is great at what he do. He has a skill.
I appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? Skills.
I appreciate that.
Oh, no
Coming
doubt.
from you too, I appreciate that, bro. Because
Nah, it's all good.
it's the same respect. Like I came up watching you do this content stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
Like I had no idea what I just seen Rec doing it, you know what I mean? And
you,
you
man.
big inspiration for me. So
Thank you, man. And you saying that, a lot of these other niggas never even said that, but that goes to show you how G'd up you are. You know what I mean? Like I said, once again, that's a testament to your character. I'm big on people character, and a lot of people got character flaws. You
right.
feel what I'm saying? Because nobody perfect, but a lot of niggas got bad character flaws, so bad that you ain't even got to know them. You could just see him on the internet or go through a social media page, and you could say, oh, this nigga not G'd up. This nigga is definitely not right and exact. You know what I mean? By
Can
how
I
he
tell you
really,
this though,
yeah,
Rec,
I'm
not
on
to
my
cut your
plan. Yeah,
wisdom?
yeah.
Can I tell you this?
Yep.
Anybody that's in this space that's doing this right now, they don't have to say it, nigga. They inspired by Rec because you were a pioneer. When you were a pioneer, when you stood at the beginning of something, nobody has to say, "Oh, I'm inspired." Yeah, nigga, this what didn't exist before. Bro started doing this, so you
Salute.
had to be. Even if you inspired by the guy that he was inspired, like two inspirations down the line, just know you were inspired by that because this didn't exist, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about from the DVD era, not like
That's
before
where
this.
I came from. You know what I mean?
That's
So
I know.
you saying what you saying, that means you was in tune.
Very
You know what I
much.
mean? And I appreciate that. And I tell these niggas, right? Niggas who's in the industry, or niggas who on YouTube, street niggas or rappers now that become podcasters, y'all niggas ain't gotta give it up, because you know why? Everything is documented.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been did the numbers.
That's
You
what
know
I'm
what I'm saying?
saying.
So we talking about numbers, then I'm already in the billions. You know what I'm saying? I'm at over a $250 million on mrecktv on social. So if we're talking about my other brand, what we talking about? 10 billion views?
Yeah, and then we talking about billions of views that's not counted in the DVD era because
Come on.
Forbes was that, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like
This is what I'm saying. So, but that's neither here or there. The numbers is the numbers, right? Whatever. We did astronomical numbers, still doing them, right? With the algorithm doing what it's doing, right? But also, people forget, I put it on the line and gave people the information. Peace to the earth of Mina. We did the Blackout show. We was one of the first people telling y'all not to take that jab and everything else, and gave you the information how to move when the pandemic and it was a shutdown. You feel me? Your churches couldn't even tell you what to do.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So if you know, you know. You know what I mean? And they know that.
Right.
You know what I mean? The rec mob know that. And that's why they lock in with me on a different level. And when I'm speaking on people, because I don't want nobody to get it twisted. I rocks with 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying? The artist, you know what I'm saying? I met him a few times.
Right.
But how I'm speaking here is how I stand on business. And he know that because it was a time where he wanted to sit with me at the round table and I told him no.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And Monster, you know, respectfully approached me. And it was a mutual respect. Yo, Rex, salute. I fuck with your platform. Salute, Monster. And Monster was like, yo, Fifth, wanna holler at you. I mean, if you know, you know. And respectfully, I turned it down at that time.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Me and him, he felt the way about something. When somebody feel a way about me, I'm not going to allow you to just handle me how you want to handle me. Like, you feeling a way about something. Last time we spoke, you was feeling a way like, you know, I did something to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was really in your emotions. So I'm operating off the last time I saw you.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, as a man, a nigga gotta come to me, yo, bro, last time when we saw each other, yo, I was acting funny, bro, or I was moving a certain way. I thought you did something. I want to apologize, or yo, I want to acknowledge getting off on the wrong foot with you.
Right.
If we not going to talk on that level, then we can't build. I don't care who you are. You feel what I'm saying? That's just me. And I think, you know, Fifth himself and a lot of these niggas, them niggas, they be trying to like figure me out. Like, yo, this nigga really is who he is. Like, he don't give a fuck who's who.
Right.
I'm not caught up in your money, your status. I'm on what I'm on. That's why. So when people, I allow people to talk, but a lot of these people that people talk for, I dealt with them firsthand. Looked at them eye to eye as a man.
Right.
They respect it. Trust me, they respect it as me being a, you know, somebody that come from East New York, Brooklyn, you know, that been through it for real. But then also somebody who came up in this business independently for real and show niggas the way and didn't allow the industry to box me out. They tried.
Right.
So niggas respect it for real, for real. It's a different respect. And they know that I'm never a glazer. I'm not a hater. I'm gonna call it what it is.
Right.
And it's rare because when you go to think about it, right? I fuck with Dame Dash, right? But also nobody's perfect. Dame Dash got his shit, right? Everybody got their shit. I got my shit. But when it came to Charlemagne and the Breakfast Club, he did expose them. He was like, yo, why y'all going so hard for homie? Y'all get at everybody else, or certain people y'all got picks, you know, because a lot of these niggas got picks.
Right.
But when he do something, y'all don't put it on blast. When you know what I mean? When he do his dirt out there, y'all act like y'all don't see it.
Right.
And then y'all act like y'all his personal lawyer. But then when it got exposed that Charlemagne is in business with Jay-Z and Roc Nation, it allows you to know he was never going to get a fair interview at the Breakfast Club.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yep. But you know, shit like that get swept under the rug because that's, you know, I don't call them that, but a lot of these niggas call them Hove. Yo, that's Hove though.
Right.
Certain niggas can't do no wrong. Me, I'm a nigga. I feel like nobody's perfect and everybody got to get challenged.
Right.
No matter who they are. Especially if they've been using manipulation tactics, which a lot of them do. And a lot of people don't even know that they under the fucking manipulation trance. They under the glaze trance. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. But getting back to what you do, and also I want to talk about the animation, man. Like,
that
animation be looking so crazy, like on your channel, you know, with the you know, like just everything. Like, what's your thought process when you're making the animation? Because it's almost like watching a TV show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like let's go into the process of how you get into that creative space to create the animation you produce?
Well, I was in the NFT. I don't know if the Rec Mob know too much about the NFT, but I was in the NFT space for a while, and I used to have to pay other people to do the animation for me. Because that space was a heavy animated space. So I got to the point where, and it's always like this. Everything that I've ever learned or everything that I mastered is something that used to be a service that I used to pay for, and then I got kind of angry at having to wait on people. Maybe I have like a little ADHD or whatever, some undiagnosed something where I don't like to wait too much because I feel like people play with my time. And I also think that success is something that you have to move on. Like opportunity is not there forever. So I started to learn the animation on my own. I always
Mm,
was an artist. I know how to draw and stuff like that. I just didn't know how to make my characters move. In
mm,
comes AI. Now AI just took that whole job space away from I don't need anybody to do that anymore.
mhm,
I found out how to use the AI to help me with the motion. I know how to create the characters, draw and all that type of stuff, but AI stepped in and made it so simple for you to do the motion, you know what I mean? So
mhm,
I just got into it, you know what I mean? I'm a fan of cartoons to this day. I still watch like Family Guy and Simpsons and stuff like that.
mm,
So I just jumped into jumped into it. And my channel used to be heavily that. My channel at one
mhm,
point
mhm,
was more animation, but YouTube, I don't want to piss off the algorithm and say too much because they do listen, but YouTube basically was hating on my channel. You know what
mhm,
I mean? They tried to strike me a few times and I had to remove a lot of the animation and a lot of the AI uh content that I was producing
mhm,
and go back to, interviews and stuff like that. But to tell you the truth, I'm not an interviewer. I really don't, that's not my bag. I'm good at conversation, but I'm not the type of person. Don't look forward for Naughty to just be doing interviews out here to do interviews. The reason I did the Rich interview and the Max interviews because these are people I genuinely care for. And if you ever see me interview somebody, it's somebody that I had a relationship and
mhm,
genuinely want to speak to this person. It's never, oh, this person's in town, he's on the press list, send him to Naughty show. Nah, it's not gonna
mhm,
happen. So if you do see me interview somebody, it's because of that. It's a
mhm,
mutual respect, and I want to talk to that person. I want to see what's in their mindset. It's not just me just jumping out here trying to compete with everybody else with the same people, because everybody's doing the same content. They getting the same people doing the same. It's just sometimes it's just uninspirational. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Rec, for being one of the people. I'm telling you that keep this thing inspirational because you're not running after. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a, you. I always tell you this behind the scenes too. Like
facts.
it's very few of us that are really content creating. A lot of people are just content manipulating out here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So
I like
yeah,
that.
it's
Shots
a lot
fired.
of content manipulators.
Yeah. Shots fired. Listen, man, y'all need to go watch that Naughty LA Rich Max B interview on his channel. Okay. I'm gonna let Naughty probably go. I may rock out with y'all a little longer because I want to lean on his algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing with
Facts,
me, I'm gonna tell you, like I told Naughty, I'm gonna tell y'all, it's man versus the machine.
facts,
I'm at war with the machine. You
facts.
feel me? I'm here to defeat the Terminator.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm here fighting with the Terminator, RoboCop, and anything cyborg or any algorithm. I'm
That-
crazy like that. I'm different. I'm fighting with your favorite industry nigga, street nigga, all that.
You know I
Corporate
call
nigga.
I call you Morpheus.
That's a fact. Salute. And I call you Neo. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Facts.
And that right there is ill within itself. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
that's an ill combination. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Um, listen, let me say this, y'all. Make sure you go run it up over there. Leave those likes. I need to see more likes. I need more likes over here though, too. On
Facts.
this live. We had 238. Let's get the likes up. We had 300 in here, 300 some change. You know the algorithm ain't right and exact because y'all know, shit. On the average, the numbers was at 1,000 or 2,000 people in the room, and we did the blackout show 3,000 easy. Sometimes it was 5, 6K, but it is what it is. We still gonna do what we do, but make sure you run the lights up. And Nadi, man, real quick, if you had to sell this interview one last time, what are some of the highlights that people can look forward for in this interview?
In this interview, you get to see Max be in a different light. You know what I'm saying? He's not in a slanderous, because a lot of times these guys are manipulated by the people who are leading the interview. You know what I'm saying? Some people like to lead people down a certain path. With this, I was just trying to let people see a different side, because Max is a great human being. He's always laughing. He's always in a good vibe. So this interview, you're gonna see him on a different vibe than you see him on like the Gilly and the Wallows and all these. This is somebody that I really have a relationship with. So it's Max talking to his friend. It's not Max out here doing another media run. You know what I mean? And then you also get a look into LA Rich, new artist that he's trying to put out. So, you know what I mean? The little bit of message there. I know you guys like spicy food, so there's a little spice there. There's a little Tabasco, but for the most part, you viewing him as a real human being, and that's what it is.
That's what's up. Go watch that interview. You know what I'm saying? What is it, like 45 minutes?
Yeah, it's like 41, something like that.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, 40 minutes of your time. Go watch it exclusive. Okay. Get your popcorn, get your drinks, and let them know. Make sure you run the hypes up, run the likes up, and let them know that you wreck mob. Hashtag wreck mob in the comments. Put the fire emojis. Armstrong, share it to all your peoples, man. And subscribe to his channel as well. But Nadi, I'm gonna tap in with you. I'm gonna just rock with the wreck mob. Probably open the lines up because a lot of people call. So I'm gonna get to all these callers probably for another hour or so. And I tap in with you after after I finish with the live.
Facts. I'm in the comment section. I'm
Okay.
going off a stage, but I'm in the crowd.
I say less, bro. Salute,
All
King.
right. Salute. Same.
All right, y'all. I'm opening the lines. This the time to call. I seen 912-771. I'm gonna call you back because you've been calling. My bad. I'm call you right now, bro. Run the lights up. Hold on 1 second. Let me get you tapped in with the people. Hold on 1 second, bro. I gotta get you tapped in with the people the right way. Give me 1 second. Boom, boom, boom. Peace, family. What's good, man? State your name. Where you calling from?
Yo, this Mark CJ, man. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida right now, man. Shout out to MREC. I've been rocking with you for a minute, bro. Peace and love.
I appreciate you. Peace and love, good brother, man. What's your assessment, man? What you want to talk about right now?
No, I just wanted to, I was just really like, I got a lot of respect for 50 for what he brought to the game, musically and all that. But I just feel like, a lot of people hold him on a G level, and really his antics is not matching with that in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why you get the vibe of people kind of ignoring certain things, like you were saying earlier about the quiet losses. You feel what I'm saying? Feel me?
Yeah, no, I feel you. Keep cooking, bro.
It ain't matching up, and I think, and one thing I want to say is, because I don't look at him and Ross as really like where the real beef was. It wasn't really no real issue for him to be that sensitive about people being acquainted or working with Ross. I see if it was like some backstabbing or some blood was shed and stuff like that, but I just don't really see the real, issue for him to be that sensitive about it. So I think personally, earlier what happened was when he thought that CEO thing was gonna really crush Ross, and it didn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he really got over the fact that Ross stayed relevant the way he did throughout that whole thing. Because if you look at earlier interviews, I think he really thought that was gonna be over for Ross.
Nah, he did.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this. What people don't know, 50 has always been taking shots at Ross, right? If you know, you know. but people think Ross kind of like dumped on 50 first with the what is it called? Mafia music, I believe, where it was the first 50 Cent disc. 50 Cent used to say to Ross in vlogs, like I said, I had a major site. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? FORBEZDVD.com. You know what I mean? If you know. And, and you know, it was other sites moving with us. You know, I had one of the top sites, so I know. 50 used to say, and this is when he was beefing with Fat Joe and Rick Ross, you keep standing next to that fat nigga Fat Joe, you're gonna get it too. He said that multiple times.
Yeah, I think I heard that.
Remember that? Yeah.
You're right.
So niggas be, this is what I'm saying. I tell niggas, I don't do no arguments. I got receipts. So when niggas do this, you know, you want to have pics? Okay.
Wow. I kind of forgot about that. You right. I remember that.
And Ross probably like, yo, who the fuck is you, nigga? Like Fat Joe is my guy. I don't know you. Yeah, you 50 Cent. You were you know, you a big dog. You dropped a classic album, you know. But at the same time, I rock with who I rock with. See, this is what that's why I was saying what I'm saying. Like Rick Ross, he's somewhere from Miami, right? And Khaled's already his man, and Khaled is Terror Squad. But sometimes it's just gonna be people that are in business with people that you don't rock with. But that necessary, you know, the shit you got against the people they don't rock with, you can't expect them to say, oh, okay, you got beef for 50. I can't stand next to you. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's not fucking G.
Especially when it's business, man. Exactly. You know, everybody out here doing business. You know that.
Yo, bro, I'm gonna be honest. Nobody dictates how I live or move. Nobody. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, and two, like, damn, I lost my train. I thought I was finna ask. I was finna say.
This is what you do. This is what you could do. You can tap back in because I got another caller. Get your train of thought.
Okay.
And tap back in, bro. All right.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Let's get it, y'all. Salute to the wreck, man. Oh, we gonna talk. I'm gonna allow you to talk, but like I said, I'm really in this shit. I really dealt with these niggas face to face, so it's a little different for me. Peace. Who this?
What's up, Wreck Mob? One love, y'all.
What's going on? Who this?
This is formerly the dark skinned Drake, man.
Okay.
I was just calling.
What's going on?
Yeah, man. I was gonna comment about the 50 thing, man. It was interesting when you was talking about the 48 laws of power, right? Because I used to think about that even before he wrote the book, The 50th Law, right? And it's like he operates like that's his Bible for real, and that really needs to be studied about the brother, because I think he just ain't have no love. And I'm not trying to be real emotional about it, but it's like even how he treat the G Unit, right? The people that everybody see that's loyal to him, he don't really do nothing special. That's why they so mad at somebody like Bleak. If you think about it, Bleak don't really have to show no loyalty to Jay. I mean, because Jay is where Jay is, right? So with Bleak, right, they look at him like he's like a spoiled brat, if you really think about it, compared to what they got to go through to show their loyalty, and it never gets proven. You feel me? I couldn't run with no nigga like that as a grown man. And if you really look at it, 50, he got a sneaky hate for the South too, because even this thing he did with Shreveport, and you know, even going back with Shorty Low, you know what I mean? He gives Shorty Low this money or whatever. Woo, woo, woo. Then now you try to go against T.I. or whatever. It's not working. And then another thing, people don't want to count his L's. They make it seem like he win every battle.
I said this,
and I can't respect that either.
I said this earlier. I said 50 got quiet L's that nobody really talks about. You know what I'm saying? But continue on.
No, exactly. And it's just, I was really just commenting more about that 48 law of power. Like, that needs to be studied, bro. Like, because first of all, it is coming under a demonic. It is coming under a demonic order. Like all of those things, like all these King Julius and all these people, All of them people were scumbags, man. Why am I trying to follow the principle of scumbag people that I'm supposed to be naturally against, right? That's what we all fighting against. But I'm gonna use them same rules and tactics. That's why another thing, he used all them tactics towards black people. I've never seen him practice that towards no white person in business. None. So I don't look up to 50 in business. You understand what I'm saying? Even with Jay-Z at least will show you that he's going up against the machine. Like you was talking about earlier. What machine has 50 ever went against in behalf of his people? You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not even saying that Jay-Z's doing it in the behalf of his people, but the symbolism is a lot better. I don't got to get $1 from Jay-Z to understand the symbolism of what he's doing. Where can I get that from 50?
Look, you hold that thought. I got some more callers. The line's going crazy. I want to say this. Everybody that called at the beginning of the show 2 hours ago up until now, you got to just keep calling because there's only one of me, and I'm trying to allow people to get their point across. You know?
And I'm gonna send something to you behind the scenes. Remember, I told you a few months ago that I got an app that's about to take over, bro. And I'm really about to let you tap into it because you know what I'm saying? I see how they be doing like the current. You know how everybody advertising for current. And I noticed you don't really got no advertisement, bro. So we're gonna make a change. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever happened, I want to ask you too. Whatever happened to that other app you was advertising? It was like a car app type of thing, a meetup.
Oh yeah, he still got it. That's the homie Debo. He still got it. Yeah.
Shout out to that brother too, man. Because I got something. It's like in a similar lane, but it's a little different. But definitely, I want to get you tapped into it, man. It's down south, man. Purple Town Slab Riders, man. Y'all tap into it.
All right.
One love.
One love. All right, let's get it, y'all. Run the likes up. Salute. We going to probably. Let me say this, man. I want y'all to understand who I am, what I stand for. I'm more than fair. But you got to understand, I do not glaze. I do not hate. Nobody's perfect. So we have to, when we build, we got to build on that level. We're going to speak to the person's strengths, but also we got to speak to a lot of the bullshit too. If we can't do that, we ain't going to be able to build respectfully. And it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Peace.
What's good with you?
What's going on, caller?
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah,
Yeah.
what I was gonna say is, this is Monty. I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I think it was JR, he was talking earlier about 50 feeling a certain way because how he helps certain people, so he expects certain things like that. And my thing is this: like when you helping somebody, you're not helping them to gain leverage of control over them. You helping them. If I rock with MRECK for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? I rock with you for that. If you got to go over here and do what you got to do on the business tip, bro, that ain't going to change the way I feel about you, what made me rock with you. You get what I'm saying? As long as you keep it solid with me, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Wherever you go and whatever you do, bro, I ain't got no feelings on that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like the fact that, people be making excuses for 50 like that when it comes to certain things like that, because it really don't justify it, man. Because you can't really, if you, like, it could just be something he, upbringing or certain things where he feel like he got to have certain people behind him that's yes men or whatever in order for him to really function and be comfortable in his skin. I don't know. I ain't trying to judge the brother, but
some niggas,
you feel what I'm saying?
Some niggas just love yes men around them. You know what I'm saying? And like even for me, right, it's niggas that's close to the situation, right? They like, yo, Rack. I'm gonna be honest. They keep it G'd up. They say, yo, Rack, you a live one. But niggas just be wanting you to be on their side. And I'm like, yo, I'm not on nobody's side. I'm on the side of what's right. You feel what I'm saying? I'm calling it down to you. And they like, yo, Wreck, niggas don't want that. Some niggas just want it their way. And and this is my platform. It ain't gonna be none of these niggas' way. It's not even my way. It's about the right way. I'm on the, you know what I'm saying? You feel?
Nah, I'm with you on that.
That's it.
100%.
So
100%, my G.
And I can't be manipulated in no way, no form of fashion. I don't listen, bro. Let me tell you something. I call bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I call bullshit. I'm not making no excuse for nobody. When it's bullshit, it's bullshit. Just like Janie B said, she like, yo, and I'm glad her and Nadi had that conversation, but she like, yo, you can't be on this type of time with this person, but when it comes to this person, you on a different kind of time. You know what I mean? She was just saying that in general. It wasn't like really directed towards Nadi. She's just saying in general, even with the 50 Cent shit, with the whole Max B shit, right? Because think about it, right? And salute to JR, but on the Minx in Miami, Rick Ross is taking shots. You feel me? And Max B is on the record.
Right.
Like I said, niggas got their picks.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, bro, it's almost like, yo, if we on what we on, and I'm like I said, this ain't about no 50, this ain't about no Ross. We talking about just as men.
Yeah.
If we gonna be G'd up or we gonna be on sucker, we never supposed to be on sucker time, but if homie ain't keeping it G'd up and he do some sucker shit, I don't care who he is, or he do some
who it is, man.
Or he do some bullshit. Let's just say that. If homie ain't keeping it G'd up and he do some bullshit, why we can't call the bullshit out?
Got to though. We got to. If we saying it is what it is, I'm from Miami. You know what I'm saying? Really, I know a lot about Ross stories. I know a lot of things about it. But you know what I'm saying? And I love Ross. And you know, I could be a little biased. But if Ross do some sucker shit and he's getting called out.
Look, I'm glad you said that. Thank you. I don't agree with Rick Ross using Big Meech as a pawn in that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Rick Ross has a lot of responsibility in that 50 Cent and Big Meech situation. You see how you brought that up, but this is something I said already. But Ross did some shit that I don't agree with. I don't know if you still there, fam. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
You hear me?
I'm hearing a lot in the backdrop. My bad. But
my bad.
But you see how you said what you said, and people in the chat room said that part. Yo, bro, we gotta hold everybody to the fire, and we can't give excuses for nobody. Bullshit is bullshit, and G'd up is G'd up. That's it.
Yeah, that's real. And I'm gonna say this because I'm glad you said that, because I've been wanting to say this for months about that. I don't disagree with what you're saying about Ross, but I want to point out something with the Ross and Meech thing. People don't realize Ross and Meech go back BMF days.
Yeah,
they got a relationship. They got a relationship. So it wasn't just like you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Meech used to break bread with Ross doing his music thing and all that. So it wasn't like, I'm not saying he didn't use him as a pawn still, but what people might not have realized that they go back. So it wasn't just like they had a real relationship. You feel me?
Nah, you right.
I just want to bring that to the chat. You feel me?
I appreciate that. So look, we're gonna build on that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open the lines up. You're more than welcome to call.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. Yeah, I'm definitely tap back in with you, man. Keep doing your thing. I got much respect for you.
Much respect, my brother. Great assessment too. Peace. Look, I just want to build with like-minded people, man. You feel me? Peace. JR, what's the word?
Right?
Peace. What's the word?
Yeah, man. Nothing much, man. Just wanted to say this. I'm not even going to bring up 50 and what I'm about to say right now. I got two things, but I'm just talking for myself and how I see the world. If I help somebody and they turn around and they lingering around with dudes they know that I don't mess with. Now, I got friends that mess with people I don't mess with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not taking it out on them or nothing like that, but they know, if I'm going to go hang out with JR, this nigga can't be around.
Facts. Understand
what I'm saying? Some people don't understand that part, though. Like, they'll still have this person in their vicinity, they'll call me to come through with this person around. You know what I mean? Like, so some people don't want that. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I've expressed this to where that person understands. Like, listen, if you gonna chill with me, that dude right there, I don't mess with son.
Got you.
So,
hold on, JR.
I just want to.
Yeah, hold on. Let me tell the people. Run the lights up. We got JR on the line. Run the lights up because some people will just be here on the live. They're not interacting enough and getting this good content, gets this good conversation. You can't get nowhere. And I'm not being biased on my own platform, but JR, let me know if I'm bugging. Can you get this conversation anywhere that we having?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Everybody on this YouTube streets is picking sides. Let's keep it real. Nobody can see something down the middle. And even if I got a point or you got a point, I can see your point.
And
I
vice versa.
Coming from,
and vice versa.
And we, you know what I mean? Each one teach one, we come, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, that's why I say I'm not even using 50. I'm using myself in this analogy because I know how I can see things sometimes as well. And I also want to talk on something before we hang up. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna pick back off that, and that's all I was saying to you earlier. I'm like, yo, as men, let's tear down the 50 Cent status, or we're not even dealing with 50 Cent. We're dealing with each other as men. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got to go off, because that's how I deal with people. I don't care about your success, your money, none of that. I care about your character and how me and you deal and build. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care what homie did to you, whatever. I didn't do that. Don't hold that against me. You know what I mean? I don't move like that. You feel me? So that's how I'm building, and that's what I'm standing on. And that's where I gotta build from. But I'm gonna land my plane.
But I just wanted to touch on one more thing. Outside of all of this, I like that interview that you did with Nadi. I like the way he was presenting certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because I like when he said that that he just really likes Son's music, and that's why he wanted to interview him.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm kind of interested to go hear, to go listen to the brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was a good thing, like I said, and
mm-hmm.
like I said, man, I just like I like the fact that like Nadi doing his thing and he's doing what he needs to do to, to help out young inspiring artists. I've been seeing this a little bit more lately, like something that you're doing. You was putting out a lot of Conway's joints, and you've been putting out a lot of Benny's even before that. You know what I'm saying? And now we getting 38. Like I like the fact that we getting a lot of young dudes. Well, 38 ain't that young, but he's been around for a minute. But people just starting to get plugged into him. But you know what I'm saying? I like the fact that some new artist is emerging that got real bars, and we ain't just locked into this commercial machine garbage. You know what I'm saying? We got some real people coming out the grind for this, man. And maybe we get some of that old hip hop back. Because I ain't gonna lie, man, we missing that in the game right now. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's a fact. Nah, salute. I agree with everything you're saying. That's why I said to Nadi, the fact that you was able to find a diamond in the rough in Max camp outside of Max, because I spoke on Max not even being out a year, and the fact that Max is already putting energy and promo and marketing into another artist and giving another artist a shot. That's G'd up. You feel me? Because homie wasn't supposed to be out here. He did. He already did 18, facing 75. So everything, every day, out those gates, and every day that he's out in the world is a blessing. I mean, that is a blessing for everybody. But the fact that he had that time on his head, that 75, and was able to, escape that. For whatever reason, technicalities, lawyers, whatever it is, but regardless of what, he's out here. But you got to think, most niggas will be selfish. You feel me?
Word.
So, but this is the stuff that I like to talk about, because that's what I'm on. I'm a selfless individual. I try to show the world love, and we need more of that. So when Nadi does it and when Max does it, it needs to be highlighted. The same way we put the energy in when Max was disrespectful to Big Daddy Kane, we got to put that energy in when he's doing, you know, some real G'd up stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm highlighting the stuff that I'm highlighting, because you know me, that's just me. JR, you know I'm not making this up. You know I'm not one-sided. Like, yo,
no, absolutely not.
We gonna salute this person for their greatness, but we gotta call bullshit. That's it. That's all I'll be on. Feel me? So y'all, even when like I get called out on here, or whatever, whether it's Janie B or you, and I take it. You feel what I'm saying? I eat it. But yo, Rec, you said this. You know what? You're right. You feel me? And
yeah, as long as it's respectful, you know, we ain't always gonna be right. That's just the way it goes. We ain't always gonna be right. You know what I'm saying? That's the way you learn. That's the way you could have growth in your life. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to see the your highs and your lows. You gotta be able to. I always say this, man. The truth. When you hear something that sounds truthful or that is truthful, more times than not, it's gonna sting a little, but it's gonna make you better for it. So we gotta know how to hear certain things. You know what I mean? Like I said, as long as people are being respectful, you know, take it on the chin, pause, and you know, it's gonna have growth to you. It's gonna add growth to you, man. And like I said, I just really like that interview, and I'm liking what I've been seeing you do a lot here lately. Which is, you know, giving some younger people some shine, particularly people that's kind of coming from an independent nature, because they don't have a lot of people behind them that's gonna really, and you know, you serving that purpose, which is dope. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, if the majors is pushing them, you know, they ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? You already know that.
You know, that's a fact. That's a fact, bro.
You already know, dog. You know, so I don't want to hold the lines up, man. But real talk, man. I had to just put that part out, man.
Nah, it's all good.
We gotta salute that.
Nah, it's all good, JR. I appreciate you. One of my biggest supporters, the front line of the Rec Mob. You know, the actual official host of the live show. JR, appreciate you, my brother. Salute.
Yo, and we talked earlier. We ain't gonna put all of that on the bit, but we talked, and you know, I just was shocked at that. But you know what, God, you know, everything's gonna move in accordance with, you know, to building you up still. You know, even no matter what nobody's doing in the shadows.
Listen, that's all good. If they want to be in the bushes in the shadows doing bullshit, like I told you, I'm not holding people back. So if they get their motherfucking heads chopped off and, you know, they get put on blast, so be it. They did it to themselves. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. And people see it, by the way. You lose people because people see it. That's all I'm saying.
That's a fact, King. You're already. JR, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
salute to you, Rec, man.
Thank you. I don't know if you're gonna stay on a live or be in the chat room, but listen, hold it down and we tap in on the next live or whatever, but I'll see you in the chat room.
Yes, sir. And peace to the Rec Mob, man. Peace to all y'all. All right, yo, Rec.
All right, my brother. Salute. Run the likes up, y'all. We here. I'm gonna play that clip from Naughty YouTube. The lines is open, by the way, because I know a lot of people be. Salute to SJ. Appreciate you holding down the chat room as always. I see somebody call from 305-943. The lines is open now, so I guess I gotta call people back to 305. I think they might have left a voicemail. Let me see.
Hey yo, mRECK, this free money from Far Rockaway. You heard? Just letting it be known, all that sucker shit is entertainment. Max don't fuck with the nigga Ross, and the nigga Max don't fuck with 50. Max just did what he did to get that feature from 50. He got it because of the whole shit he was going with Jim and them. So that was perfect timing for him. So that was an opportunity to drop that punk ass song he dropped.
Damn, homie, you cursing so much. I like what you're saying, but damn, bro, I might have to call you. Why do niggas like, yo, y'all gotta articulate yourself better, man. Y'all know what we fighting against. Let me try to get homie on the line. Pick up the line. Peace. Yo. You. Homie, I like what he was saying. He was just cursing so much. I'm trying to play it. Let me get to this other caller. 315-272. Calling you now. Pick up. Run the lights up, y'all.
Yo, what's good?
What's good? Talk to me.
I can't tell. I was sitting back looking at this YouTube shit. I seen the number. I was just wondering. So what you do? You be calling rappers up, letting them do their thing or something?
Nah, I do a live show. I let the people call up to get their perspectives on topics that I address. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So that's your page then, right? That's Rec, right?
Yeah, mrecktv.
mrecktv. Okay. I'm gonna keep you in mind, bro. I hate to waste your time or whatever. I'm just a rapper. I was just wondering I was just wondering how you do your thing or whatever.
All right, no doubt. I got promo packages for artists and businesses. Email mrecktv submissions@gmail.com. I don't know if you tapped into the show. I put on the screen, but
I just watched a piece of it a little while ago.
Okay.
What's the name of that? What's the name of that again? Is there any way you could just send that to my number?
Oh, I'm actually doing like a million things right now. I'm running the show, engineering and all that. So if you want to go back into the show, it'll be on the screen. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got you. All
right.
I'm gonna look at that, bro. Thank you for your time, brother.
All right. You're welcome, good brother. Appreciate you.
No doubt.
Peace. All right, y'all. Peace.
Oh, it's good, sir. How you, man?
What's going on? Fresh as hell. What's happening?
What's good, yo? Hey, yo, I saw the topic. So you want to know did 50 Cent cut off Max B for messing with Rick Ross?
Let's get it.
All right, so check this out. I don't think so, son. Because 50 Cent, like, he real strategic. He know what time Max B on, son. Max B came home from jail at Northern State Prison. All right, so French Montana met with Max B, Northern State Prison in Newark, New Jersey, son. Now watch this, Emrek. We all know French Montana mad cool with Rick Ross. So guess what happened? So 50 Cent already know if Max B cool with French Montana, obviously by default, he gonna be around Rick Ross. They gonna be doing the Coke Boys or whatever type of collaboration they do. And on top of that, Max B did a feature with 50 Cent. So he know what time it is now. Maybe 50 Cent got around Max B and gave him an offer like, yo, son, come over here with G Unit. Don't F with son like that. Cause you know 50 do get down like that. 50 do like to that divide and conquer strategy. So he might could have did that. And Max be like, nah, son, I ain't with that. Son, I'm with the wavy. I'm wavy, son, I'm wavy. Now maybe he did that and got mad. But other than that, 50 knew what time it was, son.
Understood.
You feel me, son?
I feel you.
No doubt, son.
Yo, fresh as hell, man. This must be the calmest you ever been on the show. This had to be one of the calmest assessments you ever did. You all right over there, man?
I'm good, son. Yeah. I'm living life, man. Peace to the guys, though, son. Peace to the guys, son.
That's a fact, good brother. I appreciate you. Salute, King.
All day, yo.
All right, peace. Let's get it. That's the homie Fresh as Hell on the line. You heard? A lot of y'all gotta respect the rules. Peace.
Peace. What's good, Emrek?
What's going on, fam?
Ain't shit, man. I'm just chiming in on this old, 50 and bro shit.
Yeah, easy, bro. You be cursing. What's going on with you, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta articulate yourself without cursing, brother, man. Do me that favor, please. If you can't, and
Yeah, my fault.
yeah,
My
let's
fault, G.
yeah. I heard what you were saying about Max B, how he was using Rick Ross and 50 Cent, but can you say that again without all the cursing, good brother?
Yeah. No, I ain't saying they using. I'm just saying at the end of the day, it's all entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 50 don't rock with Max like that, and Max don't rock with 50 with Ross like that. It was all a money grab, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Got you.
So it's to me, it's all entertainment. Like he don't owe no loyalty. It's like it ain't like Yayo did a song with Big Man or Uncle Murder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Then it would be something to talk
but
about. But Max,
but what I'm saying is, you see how this is the point I made from the beginning. I said it's entertainment. Jadakiss is in the entertainment business. He didn't grow up with 50 Cent. So he don't, like you said,
yeah,
he don't owe no loyalty to 50 Cent. That was the point that I was making. Fat Joe don't owe no
right,
loyalty, especially at that time. You know what I'm saying?
big facts.
Yeah, but you know, it's all how can I say this? When shit don't get checked, now we at this point where we're talking about when 50 came out during that time was 2023. Now we 23 years later, and nobody checked the bullshit back then. Now it's too late.
Yeah, like
It's too late.
why do we even care? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know why?
Like I
Because,
don't care about none of this.
yeah, it's not that we care like that, but it's just think about it. We watching people getting tricked out their positions for different reasons. We watching people who have picks. We watching people manipulate.
Right.
And you see how certain individuals, like say for instance, like Dame Dash, we know he not perfect, but you know, niggas fuck with Dame Dash. Like, you know, especially for what he stood for in the earlier days, right?
Yeah.
But right now, Dame Dash looks like the punching bag for everybody. And he did a lot to himself, but I still don't agree with Dame Dash being treated the way he's being treated. You feel me?
Look, at the end of the day, MREC, I love what you're doing. I like what you got going on. But yo, I think we should be talking about how we can get some money. You heard? Like
Oh, that's
the
always
regular thing is it like the regular people.
listen,
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
always the thing. I'm always on that time. That's what I do on a regular every day. You know what I mean? But this
Let's
is
keep it that.
yeah.
Let's keep it like that though. You heard?
Look, let me tell you something. I'm with you, bro. I did a live Friday trying to help my people out because we know people is in a bind right now. People in the struggle. The algorithm didn't want that.
Yeah.
The people ain't want that.
Listen.
You see what I'm saying?
Listen.
They want
We gotta
mercy.
MREC, we gotta push that. You heard? Because
I'm with you.
us talking about all these other entertainers that got motion. You heard what I'm saying? It's like we gotta kill that.
Listen,
We gotta put the motion for the people. You know what I'm saying? Like regular people like us, you know, that's basically trying to figure it out. It's like, let's talk about something that's gonna really get people motivated, have some motion, you know what I'm saying? The stock market, the crypto, you know what I mean?
Everything you saying, I don't know.
got a lot of information, a lot of energy for that.
Look, everything you
But
saying.
all this entertainment talking about this dude, this chick, this group, it's like I'm done with that.
Yeah, but hold on, homie. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, homie?
Yeah. Loud and clear.
I don't know how much you in tune with the show. If you really in tune, you would know that I'm really on that. Like my last live was on everything you said. I done had somebody
I know
who made millions in the crypto world call up and give people information. I done had songs by Alicia, who's a herbalist that's giving people information on how to heal yourselves. You know, she called up earlier, so we always on that time, bro. Like I'm gonna be honest, like this is a different kind of show. Like I operate different. Like I said, even when people was going through it in the pandemic, they couldn't get no information from the church or nothing because the church didn't have the answers. We told them not to take that jab, and you see what's going on right now with Fauci, right? You know, yeah, we was the ones. You know what I'm saying? When YouTube was censoring channels like mine from giving out the information, and me sacrificing my channel because a lot of channels got sniped. A lot of channels ain't here no more. So
That's a big
I'm
fact.
always on the
Mine
front
did
line.
too.
Yeah, I'm always on the front line for my people and that real information and really getting to it with real, with just real genuine folks. That's me. So I think, salute to you, but I think you got to direct that energy to these other niggas. You feel me? Like
Nah, I'm just telling you, I'm just a reminder to you,
Mhm.
like, because I heard you tap in the other day about it, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just like, yo, just reminding you, like, yo, let's keep it there. Like, let's get off these entertainers that's just putting on for us, because at the end of the day, they probably sitting back, chopping it up, smoking one, you know what I'm saying? Counting up a bag.
No,
While we up here
I'm with you.
commenting on,
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
the reason why, AC, I don't know if you listen to the show. If you listen to the beginning
All the
of the
time,
show,
right?
no. If you listen to
All
the
the time.
I'm talking about this show. If you listen to the beginning of the show, I had Nadi up here. My man Nadi interviewed Max
That's
B
my man.
and Rich, LA Rich, right? So that's the reason why we're talking about Max and 50 in the first place, because he brought up the question with Max.
Nah, I dig it.
Yeah, so that's why this is actually a show to promote Nadi interview, because that's my man. He got an exclusive interview with Max, and you see how.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
See, that's the point I'm making. Everything I do is a method to my madness. It's always a science. You know what I'm saying? So
Copy that.
Like, Nadi got an exclusive Max B interview, right? And you see how all these other dudes, they'll cover whatever interview that's out, that's exclusive, that's making traction. I said during this live,
I see what's going on. I see what's going on, G's.
Yeah, if niggas don't cover this Max B interview that Max did, and he's talking about the 50 and Raw situation, because he never spoke on it. Everybody wanted to know how 50 feels about Max, because right after the 50 record drop, I think the next week or the next couple of days, Max Ross dropped the Minx in Miami with Max B. You feel what I'm saying?
But you ain't peep how they wasn't even in the video together. Like they
Right.
it's like 50 just sent the song over and it was just like, all right, put it out.
No, 50 like
They wasn't even next to each other.
correct. Nah, I'm gonna be honest. 50 was trying to throw Max B back in that fray with Jim Jones again in the whole Let's Rap About It podcast.
Yeah, he thought he wasn't going.
Yeah, he was beefing with them at the time. So he felt like, oh, Max, he's an arch nemesis of Jim. You dig what I'm saying? I can.
Yeah.
You see, it was manipulation tactics. 50, mind you, look, see, this is the ill part. Nadi knows this. Max been sent 50 the record. They was trying to get 50 on the record before Max mixtape dropped, because that was really Max record. You feel me? Or freestyle, whatever you want to call it, freestyle song. But 50 never did it.
Right.
I guess he was busy or whatever. And 50 put the shit out when he was beefing with Jim Jones. Remember when they was doing the whole, and niggas took that from over here, because I've been calling niggas squatters and all that. I'm the landlord. Remember he went at, I mean, if you know, you know.
For real.
If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but that's neither here nor there, right? So 50 was getting at Jim Jones for not paying his rent and all that. Remember all that shit like 6 months ago or whenever that was? And he decided to put out the Max B joint, but it was a manipulation tactic because Max not on that time. He's not trying to beef with Jim Jones. He's not trying to go to that darkness right now. But 50 was on what he was on, thinking that Max was just going to jump. But then think about it. He dropped, remember 50 dropped the AI video and all that, dropped the record, and then I want to say a couple of days later, the Rick Ross joint came out, Minx in Miami, featuring Max B and French Montana. And everybody like, oh shit, this shit may go left. You know what I'm saying? So that, and with Nadi doing this interview, nobody had Max B breaking his silence on that. But everybody was like wondering, like, yo, is everything good with 50 and Max? So Nadi does the interview and gave us the answers everybody been looking for. And that's and the fact that he did that, and everybody in his YouTube space covers content. If niggas don't cover his interview on that perspective, niggas is suckers. Because if it was anybody else who had Max B speaking on 50 Cent and Rick Ross situation, they'll be covering it. So that's why I did the live with Nadi, and I spoke on that while Nadi was on the live. And I'm like, yo, at this point, if niggas ain't keeping it G'd up, stay the fuck away from me. And at the same time, just say what it is. Just say you a hater. Just say you a sucker, because this is content. It's no content out right now. So if Nadi got it, let's do this. When it's no work, right? Niggas can't get no work, and there's only one connect who got the work. Everybody got to go see that same connect. It's the same thing with Nadi having a Max B. Nigga, go see the connect, nigga. Get out your ego. Because it ain't no content out here. Niggas ain't put up nothing in days. You know what I'm saying? I see what it is.
Hey,
I'm gonna land my plane.
Nadi, the reason why I got my crypto bag up, man.
Oh,
I wish Nadi would go back to that. Nadi, I was following Nadi like in, I think, 2019 when he was doing the whole crypto. I made so much money, man. I'm just telling you, man. I just wish we get back to that instead of this, because it's like you can't get no money like this. But I get it, they can. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to stop nobody bag or nothing. But it's just like, I'm gonna be listening to you, man. I want to be listening to how to come up.
Oh yeah,
you know
we always gonna get to that information like that. Because that's just what we on. But but look, this is what I'm gonna do, because I got other callers. What's your name, homie?
Yeah.
What's your
Free
name?
Money.
Rick Money?
Free money,
free money, man. Nice speaking to you, good brother, man. I love your energy, and make sure you tap in on the next show.
All the time, you all right?
All right, my brother. Salute, King.
All right, keep it going.
Yep. All right, let's get it, man. The lines is open. Let me see. I probably gotta get back to Janie B and songs by Alicia, so y'all could tap back in. Salute to SJ. Run the likes up. We here, man. Nadi got one, man. I mean, Nadi's. Oh, we got my man Harlem on the line. Nadi's super talented, man, and I love really standing by people that's talented. But for right now, I want to talk to my man right here, my man Harlem. What's going on, bro?
Yo, salute, my guy.
Salute. What's happening with you, bro?
You ain't never lied. This shit is like Hot 97 up here, right?
Salute, King. I appreciate you for being patient and just being persistent. Thank you, King.
Nah, you already know what's good, my guy. I had to tap in. Salute to the Wreck Mob.
Salute.
Yo, the last dude who you just had on, he was cooking, bro. He was speaking some real positive stuff that I felt like needed to be put into the universe.
No doubt.
Rick Money, whatever his name is, salute to that brother.
I think it's free money. I think it's free money. Yeah.
Oh,
one second.
Free money. Salute. Free money. Yep. I apologize. Yeah.
Nah,
bro, he was talking some good shit, Rick.
Nah.
So, I'm gonna talk about the Max B thing, Rick. Like, salute to Max B, salute to Nadi for the fire interview. I'm actually gonna tap in and watch the whole thing today, whatever. I saved it in my YouTube clip, whatever. So I'm gonna go back and watch it.
No doubt. Appreciate you.
And I'll give my, so I don't feel like Max B did anything wrong. I feel like you gotta know how to separate business and personal. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, bro, you could be cool with Ross and you could be cool with 50. You get what I'm saying? You could do good music with 50. You could do good music with Ross. It is what it is. As far as Jenny B saying that 50 need to keep the same energy, I do agree. But at the same time, 50's a businessman, so he knows doing good music with Max B is good for business. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
So,
okay, keep cooking.
So sometimes you don't want to have beef with people that could, you know what I'm saying, keep putting bread in your pocket. Max is one of them niggas, like him and French is one of them that like really could keep money in your pocket, and vice versa. So Max, he's smart. I'm not gonna cut off Ross because Ross make good music. He gonna keep bread in my pocket. 50 could do the same. So shout out to Max, man. This is chess, not checkers, man. You feel what I'm saying? so like that's where I'm at with it, man. Salute to Max. Salute the 50, salute the Ross. I like all of them, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's enough money to go around for everybody. That's what people need to understand, bro. It's enough bread for everybody to eat, my nigga. It don't gotta just be just one person getting all the bread. All them brothers is doing great. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, bro.
No
Salute
doubt.
to all of them.
Salute to everybody. You know,
Yo, and good conversation with you and JR, man. Salute to JR, bro. He always positive. He always keeping good energy, man. Salute,
yes,
Rep. That's all I wanted to say. I'm gonna tap in on the next one. Salute, my brother. Thank you.
I appreciate you all. Salute.
No.
Let's get it, y'all. Run the likes up. Salute to the Rack Mob. We here. We doing the work. But run the hypes up. Run the likes up. Okay. We taking calls. If I miss your call, just hit the line. You feel me? It's open now. Let me see. Who is this? Let me see. I see a missed call from this number. Let me what I want to do, let me refresh the app. Because a lot of people done called and get through. So let me refresh the app. Okay. Salute to the Rack Mob. We here. What's going on? Damn. Janie B, I just called you back. I'm gonna call you again. Janie B, what up, though? Yep. As I left you a message. Oh well, I left you a message on the show. I'm so white that I'll be forgetting that I'm on the show. Sometimes I'm talking to you like feeling like we on the phone, just you and me talking. You know what I mean? Like is huh? Huh? Mm-hmm. mm. That's, oh, salute. Likewise. Likewise. I look, you cut people off. I'm at a point where I don't even put people on no more, man. Like listen, man. You know how they say the circle's so small, it's a dot. Oh, hold on, my bad, Janie B. They can't even hear us. Hold on, damn, we was talking to each other. Like, hold on, we was talking to each other. Like I gotta I had to plug the show in. My bad. Yeah, y'all couldn't hear Janie B. But Janie B, if you want to reiterate what you were saying in the beginning, you can.
What up, though, Rec Mob? I was just telling Rec, I was just listening to I was in the background listening to the show, and my oldest son called me, and he was like, and I'm walking out the room, and he was like, "Wait a minute, did I just hear him call your name on that show?"
Facts.
I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "I told you I'd be on the show." He said, "Yeah, I don't never catch the lives because I be dealing with the kids or at work." He said, "But yeah, I guess he my brother now." I said, "I've been told y'all niggas that he was family," and we bust out laughing.
Listen, yo, you my family. Of course, your sons is family by default, and we Rec Mob. That's just what we doing, man. Love is love. But this is what we gonna do because we want to give people, what they're here for. So Janie B, you assessing everything that was said, since you was on the last call earlier. What's your take?
I just want people to understand something. When I was on here earlier, I started off by saying I'm glad Max B is keeping it neutral.
Mm-hmm.
That's what grown men do.
Correct.
So I started off by saying that.
Yes, you did.
I also said that you can't keep on changing up the thing when it's convenient, when it's conducive to you.
Correct.
Everybody on here had a point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the reason we love you so much, and I'm gonna speak for me, the reason I love you so much, Emrek, is because you call a spade a spade.
Thank you. Salute.
We don't always agree.
Correct. That's a fact.
But when something makes sense, or it you can see the change in the way things is being perceived, you will say that's right and G'd up.
Bottom line, that's all I'm about. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not into. I mean, because it's beyond just these entertainment figures. It's even going back to, it could be the pastor at the church or whatever, or whatever, even police. Everybody gotta get held to the fire.
Everybody.
And our people, you know what they do? They got their picks. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever they rock with, or they look at people as a mentor or whatever, they don't hold them to the same fire that they hold everybody else.
That's a fact.
And I got a problem with that. You know what I mean? Everybody get help.
And shout out to JR.
Yes, salute to JR.
Like, let's just be clear on this. I'm a grown woman, and I own when I'm wrong in something. The way I felt about what happened between me and him, I should have handled that differently. I came right back up here with my big girl panties on and said that the same way I came on here and flipped out.
Salute. Yes, you did.
And he said he didn't look at it like that. He said we ain't got no smoke. So people can disagree and apologize.
Correct.
That's about being grown.
Yeah.
But the problem I have with one of the people on your on my TV is this nigga don't never say he wrong about nothing.
That's my problem too. I'm with you. But it goes back to what I said. He took L's, but they was quiet.
It was, and I'm gonna tell you why they was quiet. And I know you know part of it, but it was because of people was from other places was backing this nigga. And by no way am I saying 50 Cent ain't never fought no battle. Him and G Unit got down. They got down and dirty.
Correct.
But the amount of enemies this nigga had, other people was backing this shit. And people tend to forget that. Not you. People tend to forget that New York was not rocking with this nigga at all. So when they say Janie B is against, no, I'm against a nigga that came against the people that held him down, me and my people.
But see, I want you look, not the remember, a lot of these people, they haven't met none of these people in their life.
Right.
So when you're talking from a different perspective. Same thing with me. But they get caught up with these other YouTubers who never met nobody in their life either, or never had no dealings with people on the level we had dealings with. You feel me? So it's
yeah.
different. But it's almost like when I go to the barber shop, right? And niggas is talking about hip hop, right? And all these people that I know, right? That got me on speed dial. They call me more than I call them, right? You know, your favorite rapper or whoever, right? And niggas start talking about stuff, right? That they don't know about. But when I give my perspective from a a place from knowing, because I know these people and deal with them, and people want to give me pushback or resistance, you know what I do? I just get quiet. But then and then they like, yo, Rick, what's your perspective? Nah, homie, you know everything. So I don't, you know what I mean? I'm gonna sit this one out.
And that's the problem with it. They be wanting a perspective, but when somebody's speaking facts to them, then they want to know how you know that.
Come on.
We was around.
Listen.
I was around before these niggas really had money. I can't be fans of a nigga that I had more money at the time, and I didn't treat them messed up.
Mm.
You get where I'm coming from? Mm. And I'm not trying to downplay 50 Cent is talented, but niggas was blocking this nigga. So how do you then try to block other people?
But that's usually, I agree with you. That's usually how all these niggas play. You feel me? But you know what? See, you know what's the difference though? And I say it, I know you get it. The difference between 50 Cent and all the other niggas that was doing it, but that's why like 50 Cent and Jay-Z to me is like they almost the same in a lot of different ways, and they different in a lot of different ways. But the manipulation tactics are very similar. You feel what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
They got people brainwashed so bad that people don't even realize, your homie, you was manipulated just like all the other fans or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not no fan of these niggas.
So
the stuff that Jay-Z that they not all, but some of the stuff that they look up to Jay-Z for, he took the blueprint from Big Meech. Like, you know about it.
Yeah.
But this nigga had a certain car.
Yeah.
It wasn't even the biggest model of that car. Big Meech drove one of them cars up there and had his friend driving the other one, and it was bigger than this nigga's car. He wanted to know who them guys were.
That's a fact. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying?
And Big Meech is from Detroit City. That was in New York.
Run the lights.
Where they play basketball at.
Run the likes up, y'all. We got the infamous Jenny B on the line. Run the likes up, run the hypes up. Jenny B, keep cooking.
Even down to them watches. I forget what they call them, but niggas wasn't icing them watches out. That came, even the word ice. You talking about diamonds inside of watches? That came from Detroit. We started that with Cartier glasses. Nobody was really buying that until they saw us icing them out. Them watches was iced out here because niggas wasn't thinking about owning property at the time. So I'm just saying, when they sit up and say certain stuff, a lot of lingo was stolen from us, and we don't really care. Use it wherever you want to use it at. But don't try to downplay somebody else when I know some of these niggas, especially when I'm talking frank about them. I'm not telling you something somebody told me. I was out here moving and shaking, and they was in my circle. They was rappers coming in situations I was over. So shout out to 50 Cent, but that nigga know he be calling behind the scenes trying to shut me up. If I wasn't saying the truth, MRECK, then why does this nigga keep trying to shut me down? Calm her down. Like, I don't want to know. You know, why? People don't want you. If I wasn't talking about nothing, why I ain't called a bunch of bitches? He like to come at women like that. Because some people know better.
Well, look, this is what we going to do. We're going to pivot. I agree with you. We're going to pivot because the homie Free Money, he called up and he mentioned about us talking about getting money with each other and talking about crypto and all that. And I mentioned to him, I said, we was doing that Friday. the other day.
Yeah, we was talking about that, and the one thing I didn't say about that is, and they can call it paranoid if they want to, but it's best to be prepared than unprepared.
Correct.
Start buying up all of them packages of seeds, so you can plant some stuff yourself, grow your own food,
mm-hmm.
and buy it in bulk, because it's gonna come a time when that is not readily available.
Correct. Nah, that's a fact. Look, we at the 3-hour mark. Janie B, anything else you want to add on to this live or to the show?
I just want to say I'm glad Harlem called in. I was worried about him a little bit. Glad he doing okay.
Facts.
I'm a very blunt person, so it's always love with you, Harlem. I'm just blunt like that.
Mm-hmm.
And far as JR goes, I always love to hear you and JR back and forth. It's always a great listen when I hear y'all talking.
Salute.
Shout out to Songs by Alicia. I just can't say enough about her. And SJ, all the sweetness and kindness and queendom in the world is wrapped up in that sister.
That's a fact.
And thank you for bringing us together.
Oh, man. Thank you. You're welcome. I mean, that's what I'm just trying to do over here, create a family, whereas it's just all love. Like you said, like I said, we not always going to agree. But as long as we got that respect, we can always say, for instance, it get hot, where it be in the heat of the moment at the top of the show. But later at the end of the show, we able to piece it up amongst, whoever was going at it.
Yeah.
That's understandable. You know what I'm saying? Just as long as it don't get disrespectful, don't get out of hand, we can always, get back to what,
And see, I grew up if you couldn't do jokes and take a joke, everybody pretty much jumped on you. So
mm-hmm.
I grew up like that. So I'm really aggressive like that. But when I'm talking to a king and I see it done went too far, I know how to back that. I know how to back off of that. I know my role in certain things. Long as I'm not being disrespected. If I'm the one doing the disrespect, I know I got to stand on that and say something and correct that. It's just what life is. Ain't nobody bigger than the program.
That's a fact. That's a fact. On that note, we going to show on that. Nobody bigger than the program. I love that, because over here we treat everybody equal and we call it down the middle. So you see how everything aligns?
Yeah.
Everything is, in alignment. Oh, also want to salute to the Jungle Brothers. I was out yesterday, of course, in my city, New York City, at the Seaport. They had this event, either it's called Bastide's Barbecue or the Bastards Barbecue, however they want to call it. But anyhow, the Jungle Brothers performed, Black Moon and a lot of people, but the Jungle Brothers gave, I didn't see Black Moon, I got there a little later. Jungle Brothers gave an incredible show. Then I caught a clip of Baby Bam falling off stage. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get hurt, so y'all ain't got to worry. He got right back on stage and he mentioned, I got my first viral moment. And I'm thinking that, because I filmed it last night and I didn't get to it till like almost damn near 12 today. So I'm thinking that everybody already had it up and it went super viral. And I wound up putting up my joint on the YouTube shorts and the Instagram. And they wound up, collabing with me, and I wound up speaking to their management team and all that. Cause ladies' night coming back, y'all, too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just coming with a theme, and one of the themes that we're coming with is, it may be a house music theme. And the Jungle Brothers, they got one of the probably most classic records in house music history. Girl, I House You. You in My House Now. I know you know that record, Janie B, right?
Blow your house down.
No, it's a house record by the Jungle Brothers. It goes, Girl, I House You. Girl, I House You. You in My House Now. It's a house music record. But it's from back
Yeah,
in the day.
yeah. Detroit had so much house music. We didn't really other people's music was hard to get in.
Yeah. Well, the Jungle Brothers, they got a classic house record, and I want them to perform. If I do go with this theme for this month, at La Familia, salute the Rip. We got the MREC and Rip brand, and we got, of course, mrecktv. Rip got his Forgotten Kings TV, Sensei Rip. The homie Dell, he's like the coordinator over there. But anyhow, La Familia is in Baltimore, and y'all know
That would be dope though, because it's everywhere you go, they got their own dances, like the jitting in Detroit, and I think it's juking in Baltimore. It's a lot of people that got their own little dances that go with them house music songs. So that'd be fire.
Yeah. So essentially, I went to the event. Of course, the Jungle Brothers. They a legendary hip hop group, and I'm like, yo, I need to holler at them anyway. But how? I tell people I'm so aligned. I went there. I got the footage, but also my footage is the one that wound up going viral, and I got there mad late. You know what I'm saying? And I got the footage up late, thinking that everybody already had it up, but I forgot they crowd is another age bracket from me. You know what I'm saying? So they probably was just enjoying the show. They might have filmed it on their phone, but for their own personal enjoyment, not even thinking about putting it on their social media. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm glad you put it out.
I put it out, and that opened up the doors. And I'm supposed to keep stuff to myself, but I'll be so excited because you're my family that I kick it with y'all. But the fact that they collab on it, see, they get it. They collabed on the post, even though Baby Bam fell off stage, he got right back up. But the Jungle Brothers and their team collab with the post on my page. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Co-signing it, so it's on their page and my page, and that all came from me the other day. Shouts to DJ Moschino.
Shout out to DJ Moschino.
I'm just telling him like we about to run this ladies' night back, and he like, yo, we just building, just because I'm like, damn, I got a couple of things, but I need some more. I said, and the house music thing came up, and then the Jungle Brothers came up. He like, yo, they performing Friday, no Saturday. My bad, because Saturday was yesterday. I talked to him Friday, and next thing you know, I pull up, and now now we talking about a lot of stuff. So just know if you put one and one together, you know what's about to go down. Of course, we got to take care of the platform first. If you know, you know.
Let me throw another one in your hat. Ballrooming and stepping.
Mean. That's fire. That's fire. Man, that's lit right there. I'm gonna have to write that down. Is that what they doing in Detroit, or that's something you just cooked up?
We ballroom, step, and bop here, but stepping is originally from Chicago. Shout out to our cousins over there. Ballroom is usually from Detroit, but we done merged everything, and you can just ballroom. You can ballroom and step together, or you can just step. All of it's fire. And we bop. That's another kind of social. But I'm telling my age on that one. Like most people don't even remember that, but yeah, those are really, really great dances, and people come dressed for that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Nah, I got you. Nah, I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest. I want to really run it up with these events and be more, and then get to other states. But I definitely got to get to Detroit too. So that's why I'm really trying to lock in and get this thing right, get this thing rolling, and build a team, because I'm trying to put on all types of events, hip hop, house music, you know, of course, ladies' night, R&B, comedy. You know, I'm on that time. Y'all know what I do. You know, we did the Knockout Kings of Comedy event, and you know the special, and then we had the event that came first. So that's who I am. I like doing it across the board, not just music. I do music myself, not just content, not just film, but events, everything. Like and animation. Salute the Nani. He helped me out with the you know, the real rap tunes. Nadi's doing all the tunes on there. I'm doing the promo and everything else on the back end, making it go. So we got a formula, you know, Neo and Morpheus, you know what I mean? Salute to Songs by Alicia too. She had put up a super chat too. Let me I gotta mention that. It'd be so much going on. Damn, where did that shit go? Oh man, where we at? But anyhow,
When you just chilling, look at Tory and Nike ballroom. Just look at it. First of all, watching it is very calming.
Okay.
And you enjoy it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it's they start off doing it slow and then they be fast doing it. Like it's really something to watch. Tory and Nike.
Got you. I'm definitely gonna you know, tap into it. So this is what we gonna do. Janie B, let's we gotta pick up behind the scenes, because I wanna discuss some things with you off air. So
You know how to catch up with me. I'm always here for you.
I got you. Hit you behind the scenes. Give me a couple of days. Anyway, but it may be sooner than that, but I definitely gotta hit you behind the scenes. So let's do this. I think I may go live again tomorrow. And you said you didn't even get the alert. Your peoples had to tell you that it was live.
Nah, I ain't get the alert. Some of the people that I put on to you, they said you was live, and I clicked in probably like 5 minutes after you was up.
All right, I appreciate them. Tell them I said thank you. Salute. So Janie B, you have a great night. Great.
You too.
Great assessment as always, and I'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate y'all, Reg Ma. Have a good night.
Peace. Have a good one. Let's get it, y'all. Salute to the Reg Ma. Peace. Peace.
Peace and Rec.
What's going on, Queen? What's happening with you?
I just wanted to call back and say thank you as always. Appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And your time for this platform to bring us together. And I wanted to add a caveat.
Not a problem, Queen. Hold on. I got the level at its highest. I'm trying to get you up. Could you bring up your levels a little bit so the people can hear you?
How about now, Rex?
That's a little better. That's a little better because they're saying they can't really hear. Let me see.
Hold up, let me try something else. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I could definitely hear you.
Okay. So I wanted to add a caveat to one of the things that the brother called in and spoke about in reference to, you know, staying on that type of time where we're coming together, talking about how to make money.
Correct.
And how to progress.
Correct.
So I just want to say that we've always been doing that, just like you said, but everything that we talk about is essential, because on this platform, we're not just coming from the perspective of being caught up in the gossip or following in behind what these artists are doing.
Yes.
Our perspective is to learn lessons and to also teach the people how to move out here, because we could learn a lot from these people's behavior, and art imitates life. So there are a lot of people who do look up to some of these people and pay attention to everything they do, and they're picking up bad habits. So when we have our constructive criticism and we have our conversations, we're also dropping seeds and nuggets and planting seeds for people to elevate, to also know that there's a better way to operate, there's a better way to move, no matter what situation you're in. In addition to, it makes no difference if you make money if you don't know how to utilize money properly. And if you're not the person that you need to be from an integrity perspective, from a righteousness perspective, you're gonna lose the money, because money is energy.
Facts.
It's not always about money, it's also about relationships. A lot of people are traumatized, they've been through a lot of things. They don't know how to have relationships. They don't know how to handle conflict. And nobody ever has given, they'll tell a person you're wrong or you're right, but they never give other elements and other ways that they could have handled that situation. And a lot of people lose out on opportunities because by the time they learn these lessons, they burnt too many bridges.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to say that, that it's all encompassing and it's all important, because we're not dealing with these things from an ignorant perspective.
Mm-hmm. Correct. You there, Queen?
Yes, sir. I'm
Okay.
still here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that in. And shout out, much love to Janie B. I heard her. I so appreciate her, and I look forward to meeting her and really sitting down with her one-on-one and speaking with her. And I sincerely appreciate JR.
Facts.
And shout out to the Rec Mob, because it's a beautiful thing what we have over here.
Correct.
And I don't know too many other platforms that have what we have. It's very few.
Agree. Look, I'm appreciative for the platform myself, and I'm appreciative to everybody, yourself, JR, Janie B, SJ, just everybody that adds on Harlem to the platform, and everybody that call up, period. Salute to Naughty, my man Rep, everybody, So
Yes, and I love when SJ speaks, because she's like a breath of fresh air.
yes, that's a fact. Likewise. So Queen, I know you're on the road. Be safe on the road. Thank you for always coming with those gems. And we'll speak soon. Be safe.
Always. Peace. Shout out, Rec Mob.
Peace, Queen. Salute to the Rec Mob. We here. Salute to all my truckers, my Rec Mob truckers and all that, man. Damn. Time be flying, man. So much work. And I got a lot to do, man. I got a lot of stuff I got to get to. But I just had to do that live. I felt like Naughty got this good content. And y'all don't know the fight we got. We fight with the algorithm, but we fighting with, other YouTubers and other so-called content creators, when it shouldn't be a fight. When somebody got the heat, they got the heat. That's it. But it is what it is. Salute to you, Katie. Thank you. I just do the work, y'all. That's it. And I keep it fair. Call it down the middle. And that's all I can do, y'all. On that note, Double deuces and bubble gooses. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody on the super chat. If I didn't get to you, I'll definitely get you tomorrow. Just let me know. Cause it's just so much going on, you know, trying to answer all these calls. Then I got me and Nadi going back and forth, or you know what I mean? On he's talking, I'm talking. It's a lot. It's a lot that goes on here. So pardon self if I didn't give the super chat the attention that it deserves. And I'm saying, my bad. You know what I mean? I'm only human. I be trying to do everything, but you know how that thing go. All right. Good night, y'all. Salute to the Rec Mob. Peace, SJ. Thank you. And yeah, make sure you leave those likes and comments in the regular comment section. Run it up on the hypes. And yeah, this was a good one. And make sure you go watch that Max B and LA Rich interview on Nadi's channel, 1-800-WTF. All right, subscribe to that. Run the likes up and let them know that MREC and Rec Mob. Let them know MREC sent you and you Rec Mob. Gone. Peace. Double deuces and bubble gooses.
Dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
mrecktv.